Hello? You're muted. You're muted on Zoom, sir. Hello?
Sorry, I was looking at I was listening to the audio on your stream.
Yeah. I always try to stall for like a good couple minutes, for just for the guests to prepare, You know?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I stall like 30 minutes,
Yeah,
or
you
probably like
you stall for too long sometimes.
that's because the guests aren't there. Nobody knows that.
See, that's a problem, dude. That's
Nobody
why
knows that.
I
Everyone thinks everyone's there. I'm just holding them hostage.
See, that's why I tell people, hey, 5 minutes before the show, and then I can ramble for a good couple minutes, and then boom, we get into it. I once had someone was late for a good 30 minutes before, and that was interesting. I
Well,
just
I might
didn't
have.
start.
I mean,
It was funny.
I could have been like 2 hours today 'cause I didn't set my timer. So
That would have been a problem there, Chris. Then
I agree. I agree. I would have felt really bad and awful. I did go to bed a little earlier, but like I said, but hey, I'm here. That's all that matters.
that's true. You're here. Also, you just kind of fancy here for
I
this occasion.
changed. I changed
Oh.
because I didn't like the green with the it didn't match. And then
Mmm.
here I'll go ahead and do this so I don't ruin your sponsors. One second. Check this.
Sponsors? Oh yeah, we got just water
Yeah,
sponsors on Knowing the Who, man. You
you
just
can't
gotta credit them.
you can't show labels because of copyright reasons.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll get just DMCA'd for water now, dude.
Let me go ahead and just go in there and just smash Britney Spears. That Pepsi.
Yeah, is that Britney Spears in the Pepsi commercial? That's what
Yeah, it
Dante
is.
has.
It is.
Oh shoot.
It's
Well,
the one from the. Yeah, it's really old.
we'll get into that, how you got that, of course. But
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
are you willing to talk about stuff that may possibly make you cry today, Chris? Are you
Oh,
fine with crying out of free will?
I won't cry, but I will talk about it.
You'll talk about it. Oh, come on. You got someone has to have emotions.
I won't cry just because I've been doing this for so long that I've already cried like in my car by myself, and I've
Dude,
cried once on stream.
but how's that experience like though?
How was that experience of crying?
Yeah, on stream though.
It didn't bother me. I know like it bothers a lot of people.
Mhm.
I tried not to cry. I just was going through a lot, and then it was my 2 year anniversary episode for the barcast, so it just was a lot of stuff happened in between those 2 years, like
Mhm.
a lot of personal stuff and a lot of stuff online. And I feel like a lot of viewers and a lot of even content creators have a bad habit of this. When we see other streamers or content creators, we just see them as like an actor or a, a person that only does content creation, and we do that a lot with actors too in Hollywood, where we just see them. We don't really think they have a life behind the scenes. We just our brains don't comprehend that for some reason.
Yeah, that is true. Also, hi Rika, hi Peach. Hope you guys are doing well in chat. If you guys have any questions for Chris at all, if I don't go into it during this, please ask it away in chat. This is the free will of getting to know Chris because he's
Yeah,
an open book, hopefully. If not, then this is just a fake
I am
thing.
a very open book. I just know I've been waiting for people to ask me questions. To
Oh,
be
dude,
honest.
this is great. Also, hi Amity. Hope you're doing well. Wait, content creators have lives? I didn't know they had lives, Chris. Do they?
Uh, I don't even know what my life is anymore. To be honest,
Dude, I don't
I don't
even
know.
know. I don't know either. Like my life is just editing for you, doing a little bit of streams of Knowing Who, and then working on like side projects and everything. Other than that, my life is pretty like, eh. It's not like
Oh,
you know, exciting. I guess.
I should probably move this.
What what did you put away, sir?
Oh, I mean, you can't read it on stream because it's too far, but it's a bell that says "ring for blowjob."
Okay, there.
Ugh,
Hey, hey,
oh.
Emily. Hope you're doing well. So should I call you Chris or Kurlychris or another name at all, Chris? During this?
Mm. I'm actually used to be called either Curly or Chris.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the name is Curly Chris.
Kurlychris. But what did you do today?
What did I do today?
Yeah, what did you do like
I
this morning?
literally woke up and it was 10:45 on my phone, and we start this at 11. I told you I fell asleep like this. I literally was like sleeping, and
Mhm.
like, have you ever fell asleep with like on your chin, and then your arms are up like this? So
Yeah.
kind of like a Superman pose. You know what I mean? I can't even Superman. I'll break the chair. I weigh too much. But yeah,
You
I
don't
was
weigh that
doing.
much,
I weigh 191 pounds.
but that's not that much, dude.
Oh, this is the most I've ever weighed my entire life.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad, Chris. Come on, you gotta
Feels
give
bad to
credit
me.
to yourself. You gotta give credit.
If it was 190 pounds of muscle, I would have felt better.
Okay, fine then. Be that way. Be that way. So why the name Kurlychris?
Okay, so my nickname is Curly in high school, and as I was like walking around campus, people would talk about me, and they'd be like, "Hey, dude, do you know Chris?" And then his last name, and people would be like, "No, I have no idea who that is." And then the people would be like, "Do you know Curly?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know who that is." And I was like, so people couldn't remember
What?
my name because there's so many Chris's. Chris is such a common name. I think we had like seven. I had seven friends that are Chris just in my class alone. And
Jeez.
I was like the only like white guy with curly hair, so everybody called me Curly. And so I just combined the name Curly Chris as a content creator because it's like, well, they're gonna remember. And I personally don't like Curly with the K or Chris with the K. I think it's terrible and it's
Oh yeah.
shitty. So I forced myself to like it. And one of the biggest reasons why is I didn't want to be Curly Chris with a C because it would have been the nickname would have been CC. I didn't want people to call me CC.
Right. Oh, dude, wasn't Cece in like Hannah Montana or something in like a Disney show,
Oh,
right?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't
I didn't.
know? Okay, there, sir. Okay.
I like Hannah Montana, but I don't
Han-
know. I don't remember CC.
okay, it's not Hannah. It's one of the Disney shows I'm thinking, or maybe the Nick shows. I don't know. One of the shows I remember Cece. Oh, it was Shake It Up. I think Shake It Up with Cece. I think I don't know. I could be wrong.
I'll
Um,
research. I'll research that later, Eagle.
yeah. You'll fact check me
Yeah.
and then probably be like, nah, dude. But okay, Chris, think of the last time your first ever stream. What was it?
My first ever stream.
Yeah, your first ever stream as a content creator on Twitch.
Oh man, it was in 2014. A lot of people think I started in 2016 because of my account, but I actually made two accounts previously before Kurlychris.
Ooh.
My first ever stream on Twitch was in my old apartment. Were in the master bedroom. I gave my cousin the master bedroom because I wanted to be a streamer.
Hmm.
And I slept in the smaller bedroom because I didn't want the setup to be in the living room because we were gonna have people over and we had a really nice apartment. I was 20, I believe I was 21 at the time. Yeah, I was 21 at the time. I was talking to my cousin about Twitch and he really wanted to do it, so we moved in together, streamed, and we streamed just like random stuff. I think we streamed like League of Legends. I think we had like 3 viewers, maybe less than that. I think it was probably 1 viewer or 2 viewers. I know that in that apartment alone in 2014, I was only there for like half a year. Oh, actually, it was
Hmm.
only 4 months because some stuff happened. My max viewers was 7.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Back
that's how
then.
hard it was to find people to find your channel.
Well, that's pretty good even back then though. That's really good
Yeah,
when you first
well, that
starting
was
out.
2014. I remember hitting max viewers 7. We had 30, I believe, 37 followers on Twitch.
Oh wow. Nice. So did you I guess no, you didn't get affiliation at that time, but you got it later.
Affiliation didn't come into play until 2017.
Oh damn. Damn.
I remember when it did too.
Damn. Those are the times. Oh, Straw, welcome to the stream. Can you ask if he has a pet? Do you have a pet at all, Chris?
We have a family pet, so I'm back at home again. I've never had my own pet,
Mm-hmm.
but we've had multiple pets in the family. We've only had dogs. Well, actually, we've had a lot more than dogs in our childhood, but we've had different types of animals, but we've only had mainly dogs. I'm
Mm.
allergic to cats, sadly. I
Aw.
like them; they're cute,
Just
but some of them just make me like super allergic. But
just
we
take
have a
like
shepherd.
medication for that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I usually do if I like date a girl that has a cat. I usually take medication, but It just sucks because like once I pet them, like I'll start to break out and I feel like shitty. So I don't try to pet them because especially if I touch my eye on accident.
Oh, you're that bad. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. I have a family member that's allergic, but like not as bad as you. It's just like her sinuses just doesn't like she's just sneezing all the time. That's the only thing.
It
But like,
depends on the cat actually. There's some cats I can actually pet and hang out with and it's fine.
oh yeah, you got the hypoenergetic ones probably, right?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So, Chris, look on the stream. We're gonna pull up something for you, and that is
Okay.
gonna be your good old Twitch status thing for your first ever stream on the Kurlychris channel, and
On the
that was
Kurlychris channel, got it.
26, and that was Planets vs Zombies and Rocket League stream, and
Oh
you
my
gained
god, yeah.
you gained one uh what is it? Peak of
What the?
2 and
Where the
1
hell did you find
average.
these stats at?
This is Sully Gnome, dude. This is the first ever 2016
Ah, so
March,
funny.
dude. March. This
Yeah,
is
March 2016. That was my first stream. I remember that. So yeah, Plants vs Zombies. I played with my best friend.
mhm.
And that was my go-to game with my sister. My sister's a gamer, so her and I used to play together on my account
Yeah.
when I first
Damn.
started streaming.
Man, you
Uh,
collaborated with your
that was
sister.
the first ever. Oh my god, I forgot this. The first ever stream on the Kurlychris channel was on St. Patrick's Day. I grabbed my Xbox, took it to my best friend's house, and said, "Hey, I want to start streaming again on my own channel. Like, we need to." And he said, "Fuck it, bro. Just bring it over." And he's a couple years older than me. He's kind of like my older brother. That
Mhm.
type of best friend. And I went over there and we played Plants vs Zombies and just drank beers and stuff on St. Patty's Day. And I mean, it wasn't like a crazy stream. What did we peak at? Like 8 or something, or maybe less than that.
I don't know. Where's
But
St.
I was
Patty's Day?
happy and I loved it. I knew this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah, I love that. Like, I forget when my first stream was, and I just wanted to just stream for the sake of streaming, you know? And it was
Yeah,
great. I loved it. And that was back in like 20, was it 14, 13? I forget when, but it was a
long
while
time
back.
ago.
It was a long time ago. Would you guys get a lizard? I don't know. Would you?
Personally, no, I wouldn't want to take care of it.
Yeah. It's hard work, and I know like a couple of
Yeah,
my friends have like lizards are not like greatly kept well, but like they're really hard to upkeep for sure.
I would never get an animal knowing, like, as much as I like it, knowing that if I don't have time to take care of it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like I need to spend time with it, and also I want to
Yeah,
really show appreciation with the pet, you know?
I agree.
So what brought you onto Twitch? Reasoning for starting streaming? Was it just family and
Yeah,
friends?
actually, it's funny because of the adventure in my life, like leaving and then coming back into this room specifically, because this is where it all started. It was so I started in 2014 streaming. I believe in 2013. Maybe even like a year before that, like back in almost the Justin TV days.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin used to come over, and he's really close to the family, and we have a high pitched ceilings. Like we have this house where it's just like high pitched ceilings. So
Oh yeah.
everything like in the living room just echoes to death upstairs. And
Oh,
so
okay.
I would just be like going to sleep and I would hear the fucking TV on and I'm just like, bro, it was getting so annoying over and over. So I would constantly go downstairs and it's him watching Twitch.
Oh wow.
Um and he used to watch Soda Poppin' at home back like before like on Justin TV and Xfire. And
Mm.
then he started watching Twitch at my house.
Okay.
And it would just irritate me because I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm watching Twitch. This is so funny. Like, you should watch it." And I'm like, "No, it was dumb to me." I was like, "This is dumb." And so he kept doing it. Like, we're talking about months went by, and I'm just like, honestly, like I'm the type of person that likes to learn and like learn why someone loves something when I care
Right.
about them. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just sit down and watch it with you." And I was watching No Sleep TV,
Oh,
and he's my favorite content creator, and he's the reason why I started on Twitch. But my cousin is the biggest reason why I started to become a Twitch streamer
I
because
love
he's the
that.
one that introduced it to me and told me that like you do gaming and you like to act and stuff, so why not get on the platform?
I love that. Like I think my first like Twitch following um is I think Smosh Games or something. One of the guys in Smosh, and I know those guys were like really the start for me for just doing YouTube content creation. I love those guys back when. Is your is Twitch your end goal, Chris? That's what Dante asked.
Uh, Twitch isn't my end goal. There's a lot of stuff I would love to bring to the platform. However, with Twitch, you have to be careful because like you can get banned, whatever, on mistakes and
Yeah.
accidents. So you don't want it to discourage you. My end goal is film. I would
Hmm.
love to bring more film into Twitch because I think there's a lot of creative people on the platform that don't have the chance because they don't know the right people or they don't really necessarily believe in themselves in the extent of being in a film. But I think there's more talented people in YouTube world and live streaming than there are, um, you know, in the film industry,
Yeah.
like as in like Hollywood and stuff.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I don't know if they'll work out because of like with Twitch, with all these big corporations coming into Twitch and everything, and they just like content creators to do stuff. But like, if you bring on like a high budget film, would that work well on Twitch? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I was thinking more in the sense of I think um, films like so we're slowly transitioning to streaming. So when you transition to the streaming aspect, like
Hmm.
Netflix and stuff, we have more competition because before it used to be just movie theaters,
Yeah.
which made the competition way less because you had to have a certain budget, all these things, and it was very difficult getting your, film on the screen. Now you can just make a Netflix movie. It could be the one of the best movies, and it's on Netflix.
True.
And so I think with the budget cost coming down, it opens up a lot of the content creators that can believe in themselves because the numbers aren't like insanely high, like $1 billion for a film like, the Avengers.
Yeah.
And so they can actually pull live streamers and YouTubers. I think that's what they're going to be doing in the next couple years. I know they've already started doing a little bit with like King Batch and like, the old Vine guys because they've established themselves. But also like, social media is the wave, and I tell people to hop on s- as much as you can these next couple years because right now everyone thinks it's saturated, but it's not even close to what it's going to be because we still have that next generation that's going to be coming in with cell phones, which pushes all the generations up with cell phones.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I'm not gonna like that generation once they come
Yeah,
in. It's gonna
it's gonna be
be
very
bad.
interesting. They're gonna have cell phones at like 2 years old.
Gosh, don't make don't. I'm. What are your takes on like kids having cell phones?
I personally don't like it because I worked in the restaurant industry.
Mm.
I wouldn't necessarily said it's on the kid. I think it's on the parenting.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I,
Um,
I wouldn't do that.
I don't really like it a lot because I think it takes away from the kid. But however, I think as a parent, because they are kids, the parents are responsible to show them what a childhood's like or even encourage it more. A lot of them just suppress it by giving them something because they don't want to deal with their child's emotions. And it's something I noticed being a server in the restaurant industry is a lot of kids will like start crying and stuff, and then they'll just give them like a tablet or like something like that instead of like talking to them or
Yeah,
uh,
like a lot of these parents are like they just don't care about their kids nowadays. Like they don't make them go outside, actually do some interaction with other kids and everything. It's just all technology based now. It's pretty sad, really.
Yeah, it's true. And then also, like the news is very scary, but a lot of people forget like all the stuff that we hear on the news is stuff that's been happening in the past 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
I know some stuff has gone worse, but I mean, I don't think parents are as comfortable as kids going outside and playing anymore as they were, 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah. That's very, very true. What made you go into the just chatting community though in Twitch?
Uh, I like just chatting, personally because I think Twitch. So okay, so when I mentioned No Sleep TV, No Sleep TV was technically a just chatter,
Hmm.
but just chatting wasn't a thing. So he got banned multiple times for breaking the rules because you had to sit at your desk and play video games or be at your desk.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't just go to the mall or something. So he bypassed it by his friend being at his desk and then he goes to the mall. Um,
Okay.
because it shows somebody at the screen being at the desk that's in control
Right.
of the monitor and stuff.
Right.
So when I saw all that, and I was like, just chatting is really cool because like you can talk to the community. When you're playing a video game, sometimes you get too into it and you forget about your chat because you might just try to go for the win or something like that, or you don't even see a message and you feel bad. I like the interaction. I think it should be split. I think that just chatting should be very more so in people's like technique to stream, just because it
Mhm.
gives you that maybe even that 10 to 30-minute interaction with some people that you haven't even seen in a while or talked to them. And then obviously a big reason just chatting bumped up was because I started the Barcast.
Yeah, yeah, that really like seeing like to me it was kind of cool for me like looking back on everything what you've been doing and just seeing oh yeah you actually did play video games at one point and I'm like oh that's
Yeah,
interesting. I,
I
I
played a
thought
lot
you
of video games.
yeah dude you played a wide range of video games and now it's
hmm
just like oh you just do podcasts now right.
It's really fun because no one thinks I'm a gamer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm actually not like really good, but I'm good at a lot of video games. Like I'm a good team player for almost every video game. There's not a game I can't play really. I won't play StarCraft. That
Yeah,
game's way too complicated for me.
yeah, I just don't know StarCraft that well but that's just me. I've heard the game though. Reasoning for starting the Barcast though.
Okay, I s- I watched Austin's show, formerly known as Raj Patel,
Mm,
and I wanted to be on the show a long time ago. It was very, very hard to get on the show. I watched train wrecks, so I used to watch that all the time, and so that's what kind of got me like wanting to start my own show was because he did his, and he was the first person on the platform to really succeed and push that out there, that type of environment, because he did it every day, like what 5 days a week, I think.
oh wow.
I used to watch it all the time, and then when I moved back home, I was still watching it, and I saw that Trainwreck was starting his podcast. So I actually started the same month as Trainwreck. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, okay.
I started in December 2018, and so when I saw all of them, I was like, I want to do a show because I know I can because of film. Like did go to film school for a little bit,
Hmm.
and so I was like, if I can go to film school, that's a very hard to get into. I can do a show, and I've been doing content creations for a while, and spent about a month putting the show together. Spent like I think $480 at the time to
Oh jeez.
get the show put together, and yeah, so Trainwreck and Austin show were a big impact of why I wanted to start it. On top of seeing a couple other shows to start, because I was like one of like 4 or 5 that started at the time. There was no shows on Twitch.
Yeah, like now you look at it, there's tons and tons of shows now at this point in the
Yeah.
just chatting scene, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I like it. I like structure. I like shows like this, like like if I came to watch this, it's it's different, it's structured, it's not just a screen that's popped up and then a name.
Mm,
I'm a big fan of Austin's. I like Trainwrecks. Somebody that I wish had the opportunity to start earlier is Rupa. I saw how constructive he is with his shows and how nice he puts everything together. He definitely has a lot of talent with that. I know he has to compete against, you know, fucking 100 other shows,
yeah.
sadly, that don't put as much effort as he does. But Rupa put in a lot of effort in when I saw how he put his show together. So that was really cool. Doc is another person. Doc's a lot more, he doesn't have all the fancy stuff on the front page, but he puts in a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes. Like, it is
Oh yeah.
Batman is like goaded, dude, on the sticks when it comes to recruited. He's the Michael Jordan of recruiting. I have found people that he can't like hasn't got on his show, but like when it comes to the end of the day, I feel like it's just Doc, and then I find a lot of people because I've been recruiting for 2 years.
Yeah.
So
So you know the ins and outs of a lot of people in like this community, right? So it's like yeah, you just
yeah,
know a
100%.
lot. Like for me, I did my just chatting show. Like this show started back last year, and as well as like my speed dating show, and that was like a lot of people that were on like docs, and I think there was the odd person that was on like Austin show that was on my shows and everything. And it's crazy how much the just chatting scene has grown in the past like year or so, right?
Yeah,
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 and
it's grown a lot, especially because of the human interaction.
oh yeah, definitely. Like even then, it's just I
I
wonder
think
how much it's gonna grow more in the
it's gonna
next year.
grow. It's gonna grow tremendously. I'll tell you why. This is a psychological thing, and this is something I've noticed hugely with being a restaurant server
Hmm.
is I was a restaurant server for 7 years, and I noticed every year it was declining with human interaction because of the cell phones, and then the child's getting, So I talked to a lot more of the parents than the kids,
Yeah.
because they didn't have the social skills, and so I think the just chatting community is going to strive, and I think this is why Twitch will destroy any other platform out there because they're really pushing just chatting, and I think that if everything goes well and they have more professional budgets and shows, Twitch will sponsor the shows because live streaming is the only platform where we are able to interact in a lively matter with the
Hmm.
audience. As in YouTube, they put the video, they edit it, they take out the stuff, they take out the feelings sometimes, it's all edited.
Yeah.
And so people write the comments, and then you might never hear back from the content creator, or you might just get a comment back, but that's just like reading something.
Yeah, that's yeah, I get that. Like even then with like even editing for your show, we leave out a lot of most of the stuff that's in the VODs, right?
Yeah.
It's insane how much you have to splice it up for YouTube and just even people's like metabolism, they just can't handle long periods of time watching stuff, right?
Yeah, that's because we have so much to consume now. We have so many choices.
Right? That's true. And then we have all these shows and then hey, well, what show should we watch today, right?
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, it just goes down to like, do you like what they're talking about today, or do you like that person's personality a lot?
Or just seeing that person, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I do for a lot of these shows now. It's just like, hey, who's on the show? And just see, hey, how it's gonna go, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you
Um,
on that.
how are you liking streaming now compared to before?
Per Personally, I love streaming.
Hmm.
I would say there's a lot more rules. I think a lot of the rules, in my opinion, are in place because of laws. Lawsuits. I mean, I apologize. Lawsuits.
Okay.
And I've always realized, like growing up, whenever there's a weird law, it's usually because there was a lawsuit. Um, I think that it's changed a lot on Twitch. I wouldn't say like I still miss a lot of the old school Twitch. I missed comedic value. I think a joke's a joke at the end of the day.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
old school. I think a lot of stuff got blown out of proportion, but then there's a lot of shitty people that are using jokes. So it's like, how do you believe them when they're actually a shitty person?
Yeah,
Um,
energy is a huge deal when I pick up people to watch. I miss the Raj Royale, yeah. There's a lot that has
yeah,
changed throughout the years and I can see
that's true.
have you thought of making like an alt account at all?
No, just because I had those two all accounts in the past, I just want to mainly focus this one.
Hmm.
I'm gonna start streaming again. I'm gonna go more in the direction of doing like the show every week, and then still just stream just because I slowly miss talking to everybody. I feel like really shitty actually now that it's been like this long, and then I have some amazing content creators and people that are like way bigger streamers than me that come in, but I met them in real life, or they like my personality, or they
Yeah.
just like the show, and I don't even get to talk to them because I can't just sit there and talk over a whole panel of 10 people.
Yeah, like that's hard. Like even for me, it's hard to like talk to as many people that I know in like content creation. Like you have
Yeah,
to keep up with so many people, right?
exactly.
It's insane. It's insane. And I give credit to you for just reaching out to the people that you have reached out to, right?
Um, well, yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, a lot of people I've met. I mean, a lot of people I met IRL. Because I've also been to every TwitchCon since 2016.
Yeah, that's I
That's
only
helped a lot.
yeah, that's a lot. And you yeah, that's a lot. um Rise of Fame, your biggest thing that happened to you as a content creator. Um Chris.
Rise, the biggest thing that has happened to me as a content creator.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know there's
Um,
a lot of stories and I know that.
yeah, there is. Well, as a Twitch content creator, because we're on the platform, I would
Yeah.
say the Barcast for sure. Like, there's been some huge names on this show that weren't blown up at the time. Like Paladin Amber was one of them. She's really, really nice. But as a content creator,
Hmm.
I have a Facebook video about 4 years ago, maybe five now actually, and it blew up. I paid a little bit of money to boost it. It got up to 420,000 views, and at the time, a viral video was only 1 million views. Well, if you had a 1 million view video, like that was already going viral. Mine had 420,000. It was me picking up my brother in the car. You guys probably have seen the trend afterwards because someone else took it and then blew up. But I blew up from that, and that was on Facebook. So all my Facebook videos were blowing up because everything got hundreds of thousands of views after that. And I got approached by jungle threads and emails asking if I want to do a revenue 50-50 split share. And I didn't really follow up on it at the time because I didn't really know what to say and stuff. And then also I had a girlfriend and I was getting ready to like I was working two server jobs and I was getting ready to move to
Mm,
Orange County.
okay. Yeah, you had a lot on your plate back then, even. And you.
Hmm. I used to work. Yeah, I used to work at two server jobs. I used to work at a Punch Bowl Social. I don't know if
Okay.
people know. Some people know what that is, and then a pizza sports bar. So I would sometimes I would go to bed and then wake up and go to work to the other place.
You were busy. You were busy.
Yeah, I've been working since I was 16.
16. Damn.
Yeah.
I started, what is it? For me, when I started work, I think I was 17. And that was when I was working at like a grocery store in the deli department. I was just cutting meat for the customers and everything. And then now, after that job, I went to my radio job doing sports talk. And now I'm also working another job, which is package handler for like FedEx and everything. So that's what I'm doing right now. But other than that, only 3 jobs that I've worked at.
Oh man, I've had a lot of jobs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy how many jobs. Like I've talked to a couple of my like bosses and everything. They're like, "How do you only have 3 jobs and you're at this level, like peak in like your job career right now?"
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like I've moved up a lot because of just knowing people in like the market, I guess. Well, how many jobs did you have, if you could
I can't
remember?
even I can't even keep count anymore. There's a couple like I can tell you some places I worked. I worked at the snack bar at 16. Minimum wage was 8 an hour. I made 10 an hour because I wanted to work there to have some extra money, and I didn't get the best grades in school because I was a different type of learner. But I had a girlfriend, and she was a senior. I was a junior at the time, and I needed to make money because I wanted to pay for prom. So I wanted to pay for all of her prom. So I
Hmm.
worked in the snack bar and made $10 an hour just to pay for all of our prom stuff and then pay to go on dates with her and stuff. So that was like that was my big jump because remember minimum wage was 8, I was making
Yeah.
10 under the table.
Damn.
So after that, I moved to college, came back, got a job as a Napa auto parts driver, hated my life and soul. Then I worked at the Old Spaghetti Factory as a host. Then at Old Spaghetti Factory as a host, I moved up and learned how to do everything in the restaurant from host, pantry, busser to go, training, server, cocktail server. I learned everything from there. And then I worked at Punch Bowl Social. I worked at this place called OG's. Um, that was a sports bar. I worked at Yogurtland for like 2 weeks. I worked at this wing place for like 2 weeks. I worked I quit Spaghetti Factory for a while because I didn't like how they wouldn't promote me, so I quit and worked for a photo booth company or DJ wedding photo booth company. So I was the guy that went and traveled and set up photo booths at like private events. I went to the Queen
Oh,
Mary, set up photo booths there. So I knew how to install a photo booth and stuff like that and set the whole thing up.
yeah, good jobs there,
Yeah,
Chris.
a lot of jobs, and then Twitch streaming too, obviously, because it's more of a job now than a hobby.
Yeah, it's interesting. And that like I've talked to a couple like people in like local like area for Twitch and that like a lot of people are just doing Twitch as a hobby, not like a career because it's so hard to make Twitch as a career at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I personally think that anything that you make a career that's yourself, like self-employed, you should have multiple sources of income to begin with.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't believe, like even if you made like, say you made $100,000 on Twitch a month,
Mhm.
I still think that you should learn other things to make extra money. I know you're not going to do it as much because obviously you're making so much on Twitch, but
Yeah.
you never know when, cancel culture is a thing. You never know when, I don't know, you can hurt your hand. You can't stream. You never know what's going to happen in life. And I always tell people that multiple sources of income is the best thing to do. And I don't make a ton. I mean, I definitely make way more money now on Twitch than I did when I first started because I made zero.
Mhm.
Um, but all the money I make, I just go right to the barcast. I've spent so much money doing unique things that a lot of people don't know about, like special glasses. Have one right here, actually. I
Ooh.
did this for All Stars. These are special glasses I created for the All Star contenders for season 2.
Oh, cool.
So all the money from my show, I just pretty much put back into Twitch, and then I buy and resell stuff to help pay for my regular bills and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Like you probably have like a lot of bills, right?
Oh my God, yeah, I do actually.
Damn. That I just feel bad for like small content creators and like how do they make by with like bills and just Twitch in general, right?
Luckily enough, I agree with you on that. I mean, I do live in California. Luckily enough, I'm back at home. My parents know how much hard I've been working and how much I do this, so they don't like let me pay rent.
Hmm.
Like, and my parents are like, I wouldn't say like super wealthy, but they have more money now. And we didn't really have a lot of money growing up, so
Yeah.
I have a very sharing family. I'm like the type of family where like, if I have a girlfriend, my whole family supports them. My entire family supports my girlfriend. That's always how it's been.
Hmm.
And so like when I went through a lot of stuff in life, they helped pay for a lot of bills. And then I actually in March, I went on unemployment because I couldn't work anymore. And so when I got the money from the government, I actually gave my mom $4,000 because I was like, she helped me so much. I was like, I want to pay you back for everything. And
Oh yeah, I love that. I love that.
yeah,
If you have a supportive family and they support you, I for sure give credit to you to actually like support them back. Like if like I love that. Like some
yeah,
I know a lot of families and kids are like, yo, my family never supported me for like content creation or like in general in life. And it's sad to see them just grow so much and them getting screwed over by that. It just
So,
sucks.
yeah, I agree. They have been financially supportive. The only thing is understanding what I do.
Yeah.
And that is what has really been a very hard time my entire life. Like, so hard. Because, like, if my parents, because I actually come from a divorced family,
Hmm.
and I'm really close to both my dads. If any dad or anybody in the family just understood what I did this whole entire time, I'd be 10 times higher.
Oh
But
yeah.
I had to waste so many times arguing to make them understand what I do, and they still don't. I had to, waste so much time like explaining things because I was doing it such a young age. 20. I mean, I started. I graduated 2011, so it's as much as I love my family and how supportive they've been. It just sucks that like we are kind of the generation to explain to them like, hey, like you know I'm
This
going to
is
film
Twitch.
school. Like, oh wait, why don't you do a good job doing this instead? Or like, why
Right?
don't you become a firefighter? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Like I had that with like my grandma and she wanted me to become like a lawyer and that. And I'm like, nah, I want to go into radio and go and like interview like other people in the radio scene. And also like if I pick off of in Twitch content creation, that would be great. Like my family does not know what like really Twitch or YouTube is that much. Like they're really like in the Stone Age, even though like they're in like their 50s, 40s ish. And also, it's just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense, you know?
Oh, I understand. My dad was a mechanic growing up, and my stepdad is a biochemist, and then my sister is extremely successful as a computer engineer. So I'm the
Well,
black sheep, obviously, when it comes to wanting to do something completely different than
mhm,
all of them.
yeah, like I'm the same way. Like my sister's an X-ray tech, and then my mom is like, what is it? It's like a social helper with special needs people, and my dad's like mechanic, like you, or like your dad. It was a mechanic, and also he's now a technician and everything. So he's like
Yeah.
not aware with a lot of the stuff, of course. So mental health for streamers and content creators. What do you think about that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, I actually love talking about this. I've had a lot of private one-on-one conversations with a lot of streamers that I actually see a lot of potential in, especially being in this career for so long. And mental health is so important. I've gone through a really depressive time in my life a couple years ago. Um, I personally dated people that didn't play video games and didn't understand Twitch, what made it more difficult.
Hmm.
So mentally, it was very draining, and I I think when you're I think for mental health as a content creator, you need to either date someone that's under like that's in the field, which is also risky,
Yeah, it is very
or
risky.
yeah, or date somebody that understands, or also there's dating someone that loves you to the point where they will learn, because that's the type of person I am. I will learn like why you love it, or I won't love it as much as you
Mhm.
probably, but I will learn why you love it to like to understand it that way.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like
and then
you
there's
with that route for sure.
exactly. So for the mental health aspect as a streamer, I suggest this. This is actually very important, and this is something that I just found out by myself getting older. Is to make friends outside of the industry. It is extremely important.
Definitely.
I have friends from second grade, fifth grade that are not in the industry. I have a lot of girls that are my friends that I go and talk to if I have some issue, because they give me like a lot of my friends that are girls that are outside of the industry, or they will give me like the straight answer, like not the beat around the bush bullshit answer. Like if my hair looks like shit, they're gonna tell me like, hey, like your hair looked better this time, like it does not look good on you, or it does look good on you. Or you gained weight, like you need to work out again, like because they know like what makes me happy. Like when
Right.
I was like working out, I was happy and I was more confident. So for mental health, I would suggest working out. um, I know everyone's like, "Oh yeah, work out." Like,
Yeah,
the reason,
same old, right?
yeah, exactly. And my mental health has been declining as of lately, which is uncommon because of all the stuff that happened in my past, and that has to do with not working out. Essentially, it's because our human body is not used to staring at a screen all the time and sitting in a chair, and so over time, you'll start to like you'll feel happy because you're like laughing, having fun, but your body is cramping up and your body's not moving around like it's supposed to. And just to move around even 30 minutes a day, go on a nice walk or do something. You don't even have to do crazy exercises, just exercise a little, and it makes a huge difference for your mental health and your sleep patterns, um,
That's
your
definitely true.
awareness. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like for
but
me, I've been what is it, working at like box lifting, and that has actually like helped me work out and everything. Like I haven't worked out since high school, and that is a problem. Huge problem, I guess.
yeah, you should probably work out a little bit. You
But
don't have to do a lot. I just really suggest it because it helps a lot mentally. Um, Also, another thing would be too is don't be afraid to talk to stuff that's going on in your life to other people. You don't have to talk to somebody on Twitch. You don't have to talk to somebody that's a content creator, or I call it the Hollywood gossip. Um,
why the
there's,
Hollywood gossip?
I think a lot of streaming and content creation has turned into the Hollywood gossip, and people like I know people in Hollywood and how they gossip, and it's exactly like how it is on Twitch. It's the same shit. Like the whole Bob Seven situation, that's
Oh
Hollywood
yeah,
gossip. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. I
Um,
didn't really look into the Bob Seven like
yeah,
stuff that much, but like I knew like the start of it, and then after it just got more. I didn't want to get into it.
that's what I'm saying. I didn't even look into it, but as soon as I saw it, or anything to do with like Pokimane, that's Hollywood gossip. That you walk, in the grocery store, you see those celebrity magazines. It's the
Hmm.
same shit. Just throw a Twitch streamer on it.
Yep.
It's literally the same thing.
Maybe we'll get to that level, and then we'll have someone that makes Twitch streamer magazine gossip.
Well, we're actually already getting on that level. There's already YouTubers that have been on those magazines.
Oh yeah, yeah, like Jake Paul,
Vine
Logan Paul,
stars too, yeah.
Vine Star.
Logan
Yeah,
Paul, exactly. Those are
yeah,
Vine stars. They weren't filmed. They weren't in film. They're in
hmm,
Vine. They're on a social media app.
yeah. That's true. And then now we have like drama alert and that kind of stuff. That's YouTube. Like
Exactly.
news. Next will be Twitch and everything. Next. Oh gosh. We're going down a rabbit hole in like social media on everything.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gonna be bad.
Entertainment's important though. That's the only reason why most of us are alive, because we look forward to entertainment.
Yeah.
We work to go pay for entertainment or food usually. So.
And also we love to see gossip, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, not me as much anymore. I really don't care because it's just filled with this for so long.
Yeah. Like I'm at the point where if I see gossip or something, I just hear about it, I'm just gonna click off of it at this point. Don't need to.
Same. There's a lot of stuff that I've seen or heard that's fake, and I know it's fake because I've talked to the people outside of streaming, or then like it's just not even worth it
Yeah.
unless you know yourself. So.
All right. Who do you typically watch on Twitch that's like little and also big?
Little but also big.
Well, there's also two.
Oh, a little streamer and then a
Little
big
streamer
streamer.
and some big streamers.
Okay, so a couple little streamers I watch. I actually watch a lot of the community that come to the barcast and support our friends I met. I also watch, like, sometimes when I want to recruit someone, I'll just hang out and then recruit them later on in life or whatever, just because I want to see their personality more. It's a great question though. One of my favorites as of recently that I watch a lot is Josh Belmar.
Oh, okay, Josh. Yeah.
Josh, I think is extremely underrated.
Oh
I
yeah,
think that
definitely.
he could easily blow up. He reminds me a lot of the old school Twitch, and he just hasn't like really reached a lot of a lot of audience to see how great of a streamer he is. So he's probably one of my favorite small streamers. I recently started watching Fan. She's
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
fan.
Yeah. There's a lot of streamers I'll go in there. I like comedic value. A lot of my jokes are sexual. If you look at my Twitter, it's the same way. So fans like that. She's really funny. I watch DeFaro a lot. It's a couple.
Yep.
So those are the smaller streamers I would say I watch. And then for the bigger streamers, I like to watch Trainwreck here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends because sometimes a lot of my friends are on, so I want to go and say hi to all of them or support them or whatever. Um, Obviously the Austin show. I've been watching
Mm-hmm.
Austin, and then back then Austin's probably who I watched the most as the big streamer. Him
Okay.
and No Sleep TV back in the day.
But
And
like
then
recently though.
probably I mean Austin only streams like twice a month though, so Trainwreck, Austin, and I used to have a binge for Mizkif, but I don't watch
Okay.
it as much.
Okay, you're a Miskip person. Okay. For
Oh yeah, yeah.
me, I was for big streamers, I would say like ooh, I need to look. I need to look actually for myself. I know I watched Ludwig on a Bailey date. Like not daily, but like recently I haven't had time to watch Ludwig. I guess relatively big would be Kaylee. She's like a COD Warzone streamer.
Her name is Kaylee.
Yeah, Kaylee,
Oh,
Kalei.
yeah,
She's like a
don't know who it is.
toxic like Warzone streamer, but she's a girl and
Okay.
she's just funny humor. Honestly, it's funny just to see her roast like people that are just trying to just hate on her on COD, but that's the only like really like one streamer that I do watch on like the odd time. Also JCG, I love watching her recently.
She's
She's a
so
good one.
nice.
She's so nice. I love JC. As for small creators I've been watching has been like Squalla, Ziggy
Squalla,
Buckets.
Ziggy Buckets.
um
Nice. Those are
and
the boys. I know
yeah,
the boys.
the boys. As for like a small girl streamer, I would say like recently would be Celebi because she's been blowing up and I've been like
Oh,
watching her
that's
a
good.
lot.
I mean, I think Celebi is gonna just become partnered right behind Nixie.
Oh yeah,
Not
definitely.
that far afterwards, to be honest.
Definitely. And I genuinely wish Celebi grew more than Nixie. Like,
I, you know what's funny is I should probably watch Ziggy more. The thing
mhm.
is, I talk to the man all day.
I get that. I get that. That's totally fine. That's
He
totally
literally
fine.
wakes me up every morning and say, "You ready for your call? Good morning." And I'm like,
He
And I
just
love,
wakes you
yeah.
up every morning and say
He
hi, good
usually
morning.
wakes me up every morning to ask for a call and hang out, and then he usually motivates my day. And I love the guy. I go to the stream to watch him, but everyone's on at the same time and stuff. And then he also comes on the barcast, and he's also part of production. So it's like, he's there every day. We talk every single day. We talk every single day. So
Do you get sick of him?
I
I
don't
don't.
get sick of him. I don't even know when he streams. I just see it on. I go in there to troll him a little bit, and then I bounce out. I try to stop him, but I can't. Uh, I like going to multiple streamers to
Mhm.
say like hi and then like
Yeah.
mess with them and just see what the vibe is. 'Cause a lot of the just chatting is different every day. It's not
Oh
like,
yeah.
what
That's.
they're doing too. That's a big thing.
Oh, and also I watch Moo a lot because I mod for her, so it's
Oh,
her and Cake. And
I
Cake
actually
Control, it's funny.
I like Shmoo a lot.
Shmoo is a great content creator, and I
Yeah,
generally she's
I
been growing
agree.
a lot, and I can't wait
I
for her
think
to grow
she's
more.
underrated too.
Oh, she's
I think
very
Shmoo's
underrated.
very underrated.
Yeah, like sure, her comedy and just her humor and her chat, it's just a great dynamic, and I love them deeply. They're great.
I personally think that Gondok has a special eye for people because of how great he is at what he does.
Mhm,
Um, I don't think Gondok is more in the sense of like mass recruitment,
mhm.
which I mean, at the end of the day, he's trying to grab everyone to come on the show. But there's just something about him that he sees special people that he throws on his personal platform. Because if you go and watch all the individual people he puts on his platform, they're like very creative
Oh
and
yeah,
very good streamers.
that's that's true. Like I was on Doc like a year ago, like only for like a month, and it was just kind of cool just seeing all the people I've met and just seeing all their like communities and just
Yeah,
going from there. Even
yeah,
now, it's just so different. It's so a different dynamic, and just seeing all the content creation and just like you said, the creativity, it's just overwhelming, I
yeah,
guess. And it's kind of cool that he sees all these content creators and see how he like kind of like help boosted them in a sense, like make them more creative, right?
yeah. That's what I like a lot. I love podcasts and I love shows because it brings the creativity out from someone that just sits there that does their own little thing. And that's a big
Mm,
reason why I like the barcast is because people are drinking, which causes them to loosen up and not feel so anxious and
right.
just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I love it. That's
Well, I try to do this kind of like it's kind of like here with the barcast,
yeah,
but I try this like chill kind of setting in this aspect, like one on one. You know, like most people
yeah.
like don't do this in a typical basics on Twitch, so that's why I'm like, why not try this out? You know?
My main goal was to do a one-on-one interviews in person with only Twitch streamers,
Hmm.
but then COVID happened, so
Oh damn, damn. Like my main okay, the reason why I didn't knowing the who. Most people thought it was because of like Zach Digital's thing. No, because I did it because I'm a radio person. I want to pursue more into like interviews because I want to
yeah,
grow in my interview aspects and try and get more out of people that you don't typically get out of. So even
it's
like for
practice.
myself, yeah, it's practicing and also like growing myself as a like radio host and even interviewer. Like I my main goal is to interview music artists and like bands, artists, and just in general, even content creators. I've been enjoying it and really loving it. And I can't wait for more people I get to meet and just share their presence and their personality out to the world.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there's so many platforms to interview people too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's something I noticed too as a content creator is I've seen content creators that are fucking phenomenal, like even on Twitch or other platforms, and don't succeed, and they switch to another platform and they blow up.
Mm-hmm. That is very true and fact. And maybe that could happen. Who knows? But hey, maybe you could do that on like Instagram, dude.
Dude, it's gonna be one of them. I've fucking been pushing all of them, so
At this point, you will okay. You will blow up. You will blow up, Chris.
eventually,
Eventually.
eventually.
True.
I think that the astronaut film, once that comes out, that'll help a lot with my confidence and boost too. I think it'll give me a drive,
Hopefully. Hopefully.
exposure too as well.
All right. We're getting to the point. You have a Twitch crush on anyone, Chris?
Do I have a dude? I have a lot of Twitch crushes. I'm not gonna lie to you
You had
straight up.
so many, and
I have so
also
many. There's so
yeah.
many attractive people I think the girls are fucking absolutely beautiful on the platform. Like they're
Yeah.
stunning. Like it's insane. I personally think that the guys need to take more care of themselves. I like as for me for myself, I feel like I don't even take care of myself as much. While I see a lot of these girls and their
Mm.
fashion sense, how much they like put like into their like time getting ready. Um, it
Yeah.
just oh my god. But Twitch crush wise,
Also, hi Ziggy. Hope you're doing well. We just mentioned you about content creation. He kind
yeah.
of like mentioned you waking up in the morning. Um, but yeah, like Twitch crush though, sir.
Hmm. I wouldn't say I have like one actual like huge Twitch crush.
Mm.
Okay, so the T is a couple like a while back, not a while back. I dated my Twitch crush.
Was it who I think it is that I mentioned?
Oh, it's not. That's not them.
Okay,
That's
don't worry.
actually
We're gonna
just
get into them for
okay. That's
sure.
fine. But what I'm saying is, it didn't go well. So I don't
Okay.
think I really have a. Do you know what I mean? Like they're a huge Twitch crush, like a
Yeah.
huge Twitch crush. Like I put them at like top five of like or top 10 of my favorite girls on Twitch, like hottest girls I thought they were, and I dated them and I slept with them obviously.
Can you
So
name drop them or no?
no, I can't. I can't name drop them. I would love to name drop them, but like we just don't. I'm blocked on everything and stuff, so I just rather
Oh.
not. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
bad. If
That
it was just
sucks.
on a cool vibe, then I would have name dropped them. But I don't
Okay.
want. I'm not trying to like be like mean to them or anything.
Yeah, I get that.
Um,
But that sucks. Okay, not them, but like actual like right now.
I would say, to be honest, I say Smooth's like one of my Twitch crushes. I really like Smooth a
Okay,
lot.
I
I
two
think
people
she's.
now.
I
Two
was gonna
people.
say, I think she's completely gorgeous. And I also think that I think she's funny. I
Oh
love
yeah.
her her funny tweets, like her personality.
Hmm.
When I see her, I just get happy just to like even have a crush on someone. I'm still like really cool with them. I'll probably like be nicer to them than others. I mean, I'm nice to everyone. I'm just saying like be a little extra nicer. Like, uh, but yeah, Chloe definitely is super pretty. I just love her personality.
Hey, she's Canadian.
Creativity too.
She's Canadian, dude.
Dude, I think all the Canadian girls are so hot. Like it's insane.
It was
Like
funny. I what is
all
it?
of them are on the
They're
platform pretty much.
so good. Like you, like even then, I've been finding more and more like girl Canadian like streamers, and I didn't realize that there's a lot that are very attractive and very like funny as well.
Yeah, I like funny girls that can understand jokes 'cause I do a lot of bad jokes sometimes, but at the end of the day it's just a joke like and I like nice like I like someone that's just a nice person overall, not this fake nice
Yeah,
bullshit, you know? Like if you're a nice person, you're overall nice. Not like I'm going to be nice to this person, this person, this person,
no,
be nice here and there. I'm saying like all the time, it, like there's no inconsistency.
yeah, I get that. Like I'm usually nice to everyone. I don't think I've had like maybe one or two moments that it was just like, if you're a dick to me, I'll be a dick back. But other than that, like I'm genuinely nice to everyone that I meet, and I want to keep that, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah. But as for Twitch crushes, I'm like you. It's funny. I like Shmoo, of course, and I was supposed to actually do like, this was funny back like last year in summertime. I mentioned this with my last knowing the Who person because they had it was a Twitch crush with Chloe as well. I was supposed to have a like just chatting kind of like date kind of thing with her, and then she fell through with
That's
it,
funny. Oh,
and
that's
it
actually
just didn't
funny.
happen. So it's all good. But the funny part about it all, I'm a mod for her, so I just help out with her stream still. So it's great.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I had Miss Angelique's like my best friend. I had the biggest crush on Miss Angelique, and then
Mhm.
now we're like just really close best friends. And honestly, like the friendship is so nice to me. Like I would pick the friendship over the dating just because
Same.
I care about them so much and I love them in a certain way.
Yeah. Like I'm friends with a lot of like the content creators that I think are like very like cool Twitch crushes and everything. Like most of them I'm just friends with. So it's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's honestly great because you're nice to them, they're nice back, and they're a good person. So,
Exactly.
but
And
yeah, Smooth would probably be the one up there. I mean, there's a bunch of others, but I'm not gonna start just like name
name
listing a bunch,
dropping them, all
name
good,
dropping
dude.
like 500 people. I'm just kidding.
I get that. I get that, dude. It's fine. Maybe in maybe one day you'll name drop all the 500.
Well, I just have crushes on usually people because of different reasons. Like
Mhm.
some of them just like the way they talk to others, how nice they are to people, people that are giving. That's something that I like a lot. Creativity, um,
Yeah.
people are driven. That's
Yeah.
something
You
too.
look at all their personality traits. You look at all their traits that they have in their life. You don't look at like attractiveness. What
Yeah,
I'm telling at right now, which is good. Which is good. That's better than most guys, at least.
that's
Uh,
true.
yeah.
100%.
Do you think you'll stop streaming at some point, Chris?
That's actually funny because I was just thinking that. I was actually just thinking that like 2 days ago in the shower, a couple times actually. I think that all ages are starting to come onto social media, so I don't think it's really an age thing. 'Cause I was thinking like, well, what happens when I'm 30? Because a lot of the creators are 19 now, getting partnered, 18,
Yeah.
16.
16 Tommy
Yeah.
at that point.
Um, I don't think I would stop because I think it's something I love doing, and I've known people, and I still have, I like to be friends with everyone. So there's some creators that are 19, 20. Because I also have a brother that's 19, so I'm easily adaptive of in that 8-year age difference. And I also like the new people that come up, and I also like the older generation trying to like figure things out. And I like everyone coming together.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would ever stop unless obviously
Canceled. But
canceled. I don't think
yeah.
I'd ever get canceled. I have a lot of really close friends that would have my back because I do a lot of things specifically for a reason.
Hmm.
Um, uh, no, I don't think I would ever stop streaming, to be honest. I stopped so many times in the past that like it discouraged me and made me sad to the point where I feel like I should be a lot farther in life. But everyone has their own journey, so
Yeah, I get that. I love that. And I don't know if I will stop streaming at some point, unless I don't know, just get like, I don't know, I'm busy or something along those lines. That's the only point I would be like, maybe stop streaming. That's the only point. Unless I don't get big off the platform, then yeah. But who knows? Who knows? We have all the time of the world, Chris, before we make that decision, right?
yeah. I mean, there's athletes too that they're busy all time of the year. They just stream whenever they can. So I
Hmm.
feel like if the channel's up and I can do it, might as well just come on and have some fun. And like I said, the reason I love live streaming is because even say I did blow up as an actor, right? Like say I just became a super famous actor and I wanted to fire up the Twitch stream and say hi to all the fans and
Yeah.
interact with them. That would be the cool thing to see go up and see some old faces from 2016 that helped me get to where I was because they believed in me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What do you say you'll be doing like 20 years down the road?
20 years,
20
that's a
years,
good
dude.
one. Oh,
Yeah.
no one ever asks that. Everyone's like 5 or 10.
Dude, I
Ah,
don't do
20
that. I
years.
do like secular numbers. Like the odd time I do like 23 or something like that, you know?
20 years, so 2041.
Hmm.
So let's see, I'll be 47. I don't know if I'll have kids. I'm not 100%, but
Mm.
the right person that comes along and the time is and it happens. If it happens, it happens. Like if I
Yeah.
accidentally get someone pregnant, I'm gonna I'll step up and be the father.
Okay.
So if I'm 40, 47 and I have kids, probably have kids, I guess. It depends who I'm with. That's a great question. I definitely want multiple pieces of property so I can
Oh,
travel.
okay.
I think real estate always goes up, especially in places like Austin where it's like still developing.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot. I definitely want property in places. When I'm that age, I want to have a lot of money in the bank. I definitely want to be a millionaire. So I don't think it's
Ooh.
that hard to be a millionaire. A lot of people think it's hard, but it really isn't.
I
It's
thought
just
it
a
is,
lot of
though, isn't it?
to be a millionaire. It's
Yeah.
it's not as hard as people think. I mean, in 20 years though.
In 20 years,
Yeah.
probably not. Yeah, that makes sense.
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
Because you can make investments, you can save. A lot of us spend money on stuff we don't even need. Like that's something I learned myself too, is there's a lot of stuff in my room where I'm like, I don't need this. Like I don't care anymore. I don't want this.
I have a full entire closet of stuff that I have yet
Yeah.
to touch. Stuff. It's
I
bad.
also want to have like multiple business of income. I want 7 sources of income. That's my goal.
Oh, geez, that's
So yeah, seven's high, but I just want multiple like running businesses that will bring in sources of income. I want to be in stocks and stuff like that. Have multiple houses. I probably wouldn't live in all of them. Obviously, I like rent some of them.
okay.
I would like to own like an apartment complex where you can actually like rent it out,
Mhm.
which would pay for a big house. It's something I learned in investments
Really?
recently. Yeah, so apparently if you want to buy like your dream house, you're better off grabbing that money and putting it in owning an apartment complex and as a down payment. And then after like a certain amount of time, the monthly money that you get from the apartment complex actually pays your monthly payment for the house.
Hmm. So
It's
just
really interesting.
get an apartment and then that's how
A
you get a
an
house.
apartment like complex, like the whole
Yeah.
thing, like the whole unit, like the 30,
So
if
the
it's
whole
like
entire
30 apartment,
building.
the whole building.
What?
Yeah, if you can get a whole building apartment complex in like another, because like the way it works is like a apartment complex building
Mhm.
could be worth less than a fucking house in California in
Oh
another
yeah.
state.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, because houses out here are like insanely stupid
Yeah.
expensive, like
Like
1 million, stuff like that. My sister makes like a lot of money, can't even afford a house, and she lives in the Bay Area.
oh yeah, the Bay Area is very expensive. I know about that. And it's insane the amount of people I've been finding out like recently have lived in the Bay Area. It's big. I didn't realize how big the Bay Area is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, 20 years, I mean, that's where I'll be owning
Okay.
property and traveling. Who
Well,
knows? Maybe I'll be a Chippendale dancer. That's what I've always wanted to do. So.
freaking hell, Chris. Okay, there. We got this segment on knowing the who behind this tweet, Instagram, Google search, Twitch clip, all this fun stuff that I found of you on the internet. Here's Chris. So that's when you have to pull up the stream now,
Oh
sir.
man, what did you find?
I did talk to you about this in DMs, and you will not be ready, sir. Okay. All right, get ready to pull up the stream. This is the first picture that I found of you.
There's a picture. Oh yeah, you said you found pictures. Oh God.
What is this picture, Sir Chris?
Oh Eagle. That is my Halloween costume.
That is a
Uh,
was that a Halloween costume?
did you read it before you posted that up there?
No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. What?
Eagle. Eagle.
Yes, yes, yes.
Read the.
Is
Read the. Read
am
the
I
lab coat.
am I leaking something?
Read the lab coat.
Let me go check this.
Can you put that up there?
You want me to put it up back?
No, read the lab
Oh,
coat.
read the lab code. I can't see from right here. What does it say?
If you can't see it, then it's not a big deal.
Well, I'll pull it up on my other screen and see what it says. It says chat. Something. It start SC. It's backwards, so why would I know, dude? It's backwards.
Reverse image.
I can't reverse the image on the thing. Oh wait, maybe?
No, you can't. You can.
How can I reverse the image? Is there a way to do it on here?
This is so funny.
Oh no.
This
Transform.
is so funny. I can't believe you did this.
Transform.
This is an old ass picture. You know how old
Oh,
this
there
is?
we go. That's how. Okay, let's go see what it says, guys. It says
You really threw the ball on this
Seymour
one.
Bush genealogists. What is that? What is that?
This is gonna be on your highlights.
Yeah?
This is,
This whole entire bot is highlight, dude. What
no,
is
this
that?
is the Oh, dude.
What?
Seymour Bush, gynecologist.
Yeah. What is that?
A gynecologist is a woman doctor. A doctor for women, I mean. For their
Okay.
vagina.
Oh, you're a ladies' man. Okay, I see you.
That's why when you posted that, I was like, you really went that far and posted that picture of all pictures. It was a Halloween costume.
Dude, I could have went farther back, but I didn't, dude. I wanted to be civil with you, man. That's what I try
Oh,
to do with
dude,
people.
that's so fucking funny. So let's see. This story is so first off, for Twitch reasons, that's my emote. Clearly see smooth
Hmm.
for that face, and I hated my hair. Dude. I was 18 in this picture,
Okay.
and Seymour Bush means like Seymour Bush, like Harry,
Yeah,
and then gynecologist is they gynecologists are people that like um they're doctors for women,
for
and
doctors for women. Okay.
it was just a funny lab coat, and I bought it and then just put like this like it's a Hollister gray shirt underneath it, and then a black tie, and then I had my ugly ass Nixon watch that didn't even have a battery in it, to be honest. And then I wore it for a Halloween costume in college, but
Did you
fuck
get
man, that's
any
an old
women
ass
from
picture.
that?
I actually did not get laid at all in
Oh.
college because I went to school in Utah,
Ooh,
and it was a lot of Mormon girls. And I remember I made out with a girl for like 6 hours, and we didn't do anything after that. It was really weird.
that is weird.
It was very strange. She was really pretty too. She
Well, we
looked like
got
a
the next
famous actress.
picture.
Oh God, dude. You went deep, didn't you?
I went deep, dude. I tried to go
Oh,
deep.
I actually still have that shirt. Oh
You
my
do?
God, that's crazy. I need to redo my closet.
I didn't realize you look like a
Jason
DJ
Segel.
from no, yes, that too. But you also look like a DJ from my town too. You look like a lot of people, Chris.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Yeah, but
I asked him if I ever look like the guy they want to hook up with. Just kidding, I never asked him that.
how old were you in this picture?
So this is when I think I was. It's a great question. I believe this was before the lab coat, so I think I was 17
Wow.
or 16 in this picture, and I was 17 because I have the I Love Boobies bracelet on for cancer research, the blue one,
Ooh.
because that was a thing back when I was in high school. Like everyone had one. The Neff beanie, and then this shirt from Tilly's, the Freddy Krueger shirt, and then the shitty computer chair. This is actually in my kitchen.
You still have
This is
that
when I had.
chair?
I still have that chair. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, the shirt. Still the
Oh, the
shirt.
shirt.
I think I actually might have thrown it away because I saw it. I think I threw that shirt away this year or last year, but I might
Oh.
still actually have it too because there's two that are like it. I was webcamming. We had those old school webcams,
Yeah.
and I was using it in that. I guess I thought I looked cute and sexy or something or whatever. Um,
Mm.
I would talk to girls on
Chatterbait?
Omegle.
Oh.
No, not Chatterbait. Omegle.
Okay. How did you get with the woman in Omegle? Did you do good, sir, or not?
Um, I uh I would talk to girls on Omegle,
Mm-hmm.
and I would talk to girls on Skype. That's what it was.
Skype. Okay.
Omegle was just for fun and joking around, and it was funny because I was with my cousin, and then anytime a girl ever like stopped and want to talk to us, and like he'd be like, "Well, which one do you think is cuter?" And it'd be me, and he just like got discouraged, and we stopped doing it. I'm like, dude, I'm just sitting here. I'm not doing anything. He would use me for pretty boy clickbait.
Back then, even.
Yeah, even back then he would. I'll
Damn.
never forget that. It was really funny.
That's great. Solid times. Solid times. Well,
Um,
we got another picture of you. We actually
oh,
got
let's see
like
it.
a
Let's see
couple
it.
more. We got a couple more. We got two
That
more.
picture right there. That was actually in my parents' kitchen. That we still have that kitchen.
Ooh, that's nice.
Same house. Looks like a
Excellent.
grandma's house, to be honest. Now that I
Shout
look
out to
at it.
grandma.
Oh God, Eagle.
What is this picture, Chris?
Dude, I almost made like a TikTok trend where like how much I've changed.
Yeah. That would have been good, actually. I could. I don't want to show people my old pictures. Oh gosh, that's just lethal.
This was my birthday.
Yeah.
And it was at this restaurant where they bring like different meat around. But it's like a Brazilian steakhouse, and it's
Mm.
so fucking good. And we used to go there all the time. My stepdad loves the place, so he used to take us all the time. And we went for my birthday, and was wearing a Ruka shirt, and then my shitty ass Nixon watch with no battery in it. I hated that watch. I don't know why I wore it so much. I think because people liked it. At the time, it was kind of in style. I didn't work out, obviously. I think you can tell. I was skinnier. I wasn't in
Okay.
shape, but I was definitely skinnier, and don't know what kind of fucking haircut that is.
Ziggy, oh my gosh, Chris looks like
Yeah.
a effing nerd. Damn, Chris had to go off.
Thank God.
Yo, who's that exactly, Peach? This is Kurlychris for y'all.
This was, I think you found this picture after I think I was 20 or 19,
Dude, I
maybe
just found
17.
pictures
It's in that
on.
era.
I just found pictures online of you, dude.
Oh yeah, I know. There's a lot of pictures. When I had my Vine and I had my old Twitter, because I used to have an old Twitter, a lot of people don't know that too. There was literally, especially with Vine, because I started trending on Vine,
Mhm.
there was literally like fucking 10 plus pages on Google of me. It was kind of like crazy. It was scary a little
Jeez.
bit. At the time, it was scary. Now I think it's cool. People get scared about that stuff, but I think it's cool.
Hey, I did the same treatment with Ziggy and Peach. Well, technically, Peach, I couldn't. No, wait, I did find Peach. I
I
did find
like
Peach.
this. I like this. I wanted you to like dig super deep and try to find a picture I've never seen in a long
Well,
time.
I didn't want. Well, we might get to
That
that
stuff doesn't
point.
bother me.
We
I'm
might
an
get.
open book.
We got one more, and this one
The
I don't
only
know. You
the
will like.
only thing I haven't done so far on the show is name drop one person's name, just because there's still
Can,
like lingering drama here and there. I want things to be cool between us eventually. So
uh, Chris, you might have to name drop this person. Who's
is
this?
it a girl?
It's a girl.
Oh, dude, that's my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
I loved
Okay.
her a lot. She was super nice.
We're
She's
good
so
then.
pretty.
Ooh.
Damn, dude, I wish I have a better picture of us I could send you.
I don't know. That's fine. This is what I got though. Well, where is this though?
It's kind of hard to see it, huh? So we were hiking. So her and I used to hike. This was my girlfriend back in 2014
Mm-hmm.
because I met her and took her to my apartment. I remember this now. So this is a cool story actually. So this was my favorite girlfriend. She's
Favorite.
super beautiful. I'll send you a picture afterwards.
Okay.
I have of us. I I met her at Old Spaghetti Factory actually because it was my coworker's sister, the secretary's sister. And her and I would go on hikes, and so she took me on this hike, like was in between our houses, and we would hike. And the crazy story about this is, okay, so she's really beautiful, and she started to gain weight, and it was making her really sad and depressed. So I told her, I was like, I'll go on walks with you. And so every time she came over to my parents' house, we would go on a walk every single night, and I would drive her to this fake famous trail, and we would walk and just talk and enjoy ourselves. And I would go on hikes with her because I wanted her to feel better, and I was also into fitness too at the time. And she actually was a lot happier because she started to lose weight and feel more confident in her body and stuff. And she was really, really pretty. And this was a picture we took because we were both Star Wars fans and didn't even see the rock. Like we didn't even know that was up there. And we were like, might as well just take a picture together. And kind of wish we took more pictures together, but I took pictures of her here and there. I didn't really pick up my camera at that time, at that age, at 2014. But yeah, she was a great girlfriend. She was the best girlfriend I had. However, after we broke up, like 7 months later, she's religious, and I'm not very religious at all. And so she actually married a pastor. So like, as much as it sucks, because like I feel like that was like the best girlfriend I had, I'm happy. I'm like actually really happy for her because I loved her a lot. That she married someone that she'll be happy with. And there's more pictures. Oh, I like Peach by the way a lot. That's like one of my favorite new content creators. Yeah. Oh, dude, when she, I I mean, when she dressed as Shago, I mean, let's see it. Nice. Let's go through it. I'm ready. I'll tell you who everybody is. Yeah, I mean, if you want to pick someone out, I can describe every single picture in there if I know, because I know some of it's not actually me, I think. Yeah, I'm on Tumblr, yeah. I've never seen that before. Oh yeah, that's weird. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff like that now. I'm also, I mean, I never archived my Vine, so I mean, that sucks. So yeah, there's a lot. Do you want to point any of them out, or do you want me to point them out? Oh yeah, I do it all the time. If you want to point some stuff out, I have a story for everything. So which one? Wait, what? What is this one? Oh, this was recently. So I was supposed to move in with a Breezy, and unfortunately, like that didn't go through with the apartment because my credit score shot, and I'm trying to fix that at the moment. And Breezy is friends with Angelique, and as we were apartment shopping, hunting, he's like, "Let's just go to Angelique." So it was only 20 minutes away, and Angelique and I, that's my best friend now. Like she's the closest girl I have in my life when it comes to content creation and stuff. I have other girls that are outside of that I've known my whole life. I'll go and spend time with them or stuff, but Angelique has been like my ride and die lately. So we went over for New Year's, spent time with her. They had fun. I was chilling. Breezy has a very big personality, and I love being around him because he can be the life of the party while I can actually chill, which is cool. So they have a lot of fun together. I just recorded them hanging out and stuff, and so that was on New Year's, and then after that, I chopped off a Breezy and called Angelique and told her I was like, like this doesn't feel like it doesn't feel right. Like this pandemic New Year's just doesn't feel. It feels so like sad. Like it feels just different. And so she went to her friend's house and she invited me, and we went and watched the fireworks on the rooftop. It was like a 40-story building. That was cool. That was a great night. Yeah, I love spending time with her. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We all make mistakes. It's okay, Eagle. We all make mistakes. Maybe a clip of me in her. It's just her bond. I like Scarlett a lot. She's really pretty too. Scarlett hosted All Stars episode or All Stars number 3 episode 80. She was the opening DJ for it, and then also I used to be in Scarlett's stream when she had about I think 7,000 followers or 10,000 followers before she was partnered and stuff. And so I've known her for like maybe like a year and a half now. I really like her. That's someone actually. That's actually one of the girls I've been wanting to meet. I made a list of people I want to meet since I met a lot of people already. She's one of the ones I want to meet. I can't wait to meet Ziggy. Ooh, that sounds familiar. That's old school, right? She's old school. Like 4 years, maybe 3 years, 3 to 4. Sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Okay, see, I told you I recognize that name. Okay, I remember her. Oh man, thank God I didn't have the old Twitter. That one got deleted. No, 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 I didn't purge it. It's a new. Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a new Twitter. 2020. My old Twitter got deleted. My old Twitter got deleted because the girl I was talking to, I was upset and I just did not want to talk to her because it was some stupid shit that happened, and so I deactivated all my social media and deactivated my Twitter a little too long, which got rid of my 2012 Twitter. Yeah, you could have went really far back. It's actually probably as much as it sucks. There's a lot of good content there. It might have been for the better in the sense of I don't even know what's all the way back in 2012 that we talked about. I never posted any controversial stuff on Twitter though. Yeah, especially if you word something wrong. True. This is the Desando. I don't know if I'm saying it right. The Japanese garden. Basically so Jason Zanin, one of my best friends from second grade. Super cool guy, and he is my main photographer actually, and does a lot of my shoots and does a lot of the shoots for the girls that I get to. A lot of Twitch streamers are girls. I tell them to come out, or I'm bringing him to episode 100 to take pictures of everybody and stuff like that. And so we decided to go to like a Japanese garden. The whole entire thing is actually like a huge garden of different places, and that one just happened to be a Japanese garden. He like took the picture with the Twitch socks on, and those are my friend's glasses too. So same jacket actually. Yeah. Thanks, I appreciate it. It looks I look different. Oh God. This was the last girl I dated. That's funny. The last girl I dated. Basically saying that I really like cared about her a lot and I loved her. A lot more than she realized, and more than I think she did for me, just because I was ahead of the time of us dating mentally, in the sense of like everything that's going on with the pandemic. Self-reflection is, I took a year and a half off myself before the pandemic to really focus on mental health and self-reflection and how to change things and set boundaries and what I want to do with life and all that stuff, and how should people talk to you, how should people not talk to you. So I feel like in that relationship I was really battling to like be there for her, when definitely it turned sideways, that relationship. So I posted that because I already knew like I'll see her in the future. I don't really want to be around that person anymore because of everything that happened. But I do know everything I helped them do will help them be more successful in what they love. So yeah. That yeah, the apps are, yeah, dude, you'll be fine, dude. The apps are whatever. They're not even that cool, to be honest. I I've I've never been on a date. I've had Tinder for 5 years. I'm an insane amount of matches, and I just don't care. Like I like to know people, like the personality. it's all window shopping. And I guess if I want to get a quick lay, I can, you know, it's just gonna happen. I don't like, and also don't have my own place, so that's a big thing too. That's definitely an issue. Yeah, I don't bring girls to my parents' house anymore. I used to bring girls all the time, just even friends, but my mom gets too attached to them because she always asks questions, and then I don't want to explain everything that happened or whatever. And so, I mean, as of the past couple of years, when I got older, I started telling my mom what was going on because I didn't want her to think I was a bad person or a bad guy in the relationships. And she would always just be like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a shit I have to deal with for I don't know what reason." Hey guys. Yeah, she's super nice. She really likes me a lot. She hosted a Barcast Pajama Edition bash in 2019. She lives in LA. Hung out with her a couple times. Met her and actually met her at Berlin TwitchCon. Super sweet girl. Super nice to me. Supportive. She hasn't really been streaming, I don't think, but yeah. Hey guys is one of the OG emotes for Twitch. So yeah, she's really nice. Uh,
Other you mentioned this the other time about this. You look like G Easy in this.
is it because of the haircut?
I think it's the haircut. You look like G
I would
Easy in
work. I was
this.
working out a lot more. So when I work out a lot more, I get more of a, especially when I shave too. I get more of a like a defined facial structure, and G Easy has that.
Yeah, I could see that. You just look like a lot of people that I've noticed, Chris. You just
I
do.
have a lot of different styles, to be honest. I just go a lot. Curly hair makes you look different too a lot.
Yeah. Dude, you're just basically Hitman at this point. You just could pose as a lot of people, man.
That's why I never understood why a girl doesn't want to date me. Like because like you get multiple guys in the relationship, you know?
God damn it. $20 to get Chris.
Uh,
Over the years, I've learned fear is one of the main reasons for anxiety and depression. Speak up. It's okay to speak your mind or admit your mistakes. Don't draw to yourself. Don't trap yourself in your own mind. Use communication. Communication is number one key to everything in life.
wow. I guess what's crazy. What
That's you, sir.
yeah, no, I know
That's
that's me. I
4
was
a.m. thoughts with Chris, I guess.
Yeah, I have a lot of huge thoughts. And I started, I started to be like, fuck, I'm just gonna start posting everything because I feel like other people in life are going through this too.
Hmm.
Yeah. I Anxiety and depression, man. I think I've learned like fear is one of the biggest reasons for like your fear that you're gonna fail, the fear of the rejection. We
Hmm.
often overthink like in our head like the worst thing possible because our mindset is so negative, and it's
That's
sad.
true.
Like we don't really go like when we look in the mirror is the best example of things. When we look in the mirror, we might have the most beautiful blue eyes. We might have the nicest, hair, the nicest jawline, the nicest lips, the nicest beard. But then we have a pimple, and the first thing we notice is, oh my God, my face is ugly today because I have this one pimple that's gonna go away. And that's just how we think. Well, and then for the rest of the day, we're like, oh my God, people are not gonna like me because my pimple on my face, or this, and it's really sad. So I mean,
That's why
like
we
the
have makeup,
fearful.
dude.
Yeah, and we have makeup and stuff, but at the same time, it's just a thought process of negativity, and
Yeah.
we often fear what other people are thinking of us, and that causes a lot of sadness, and depression is really deep. I didn't really like my first time ever in my entire life go through a depression phase, and all my friends were very shocked because of everything that happened. But I personally think that there's a lot of different causes for anxiety and depression, and there's a
Hmm.
lot of different fixes for it. I don't think there's just one fix. Everyone's different. I think that you need to talk about what you're going through because we often pretend, and pretending is not good because pretending takes away for who we are. If you're not acting.
Yeah. That that's proven fact for pretty much everyone you talk to on the internet, probably.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And I'm a lot happier where I'm at in life. And my friends have noticed, and they're like really happy. I got literally got a message from West Balls was like, dude, I'm so happy for you. Like I'm happy because I see all these things that you loved and wanted to do, but I was, obviously battling through something in my head at the time, and I know what it is.
Mm,
I know that I learned that if you're going through a certain way or feel a certain way, you need to address it, not
yeah,
bury it.
that's true.
That's the main issue. Like if
Yeah.
if if I ever have anxiety, which is random, it's gone away for a long
Yeah.
period of time. But when I have it, I'm like, I need to fix it now.
Yeah. Like for me, I don't have that. Like I've had people that I've had like ways to talk to people about like certain things, but then they just stab me in the back and then just ruin it, you know? And that's
Yeah,
one thing I have trouble with telling people because I just don't have that like sense of person to talk to, right? So that's
yeah,
what I have an issue about, like telling people, hey, this is a shitty situation in life right now, and I just bury. I know for a fact you're supposed to tell someone in that, and I just don't have that person right now, of course, because it's just like it's shitty situations, you know. I don't know.
yeah. I agree. And as much as it's important to find that person to talk to, there's nothing wrong with talking to a random stranger on a park bench. I don't know. You've heard that story before. You've seen them in the movies.
A couple movies, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's more tackling and addressing what can I do to fix it
Oh yeah.
myself the best way you can. And if you do it the wrong way, you're learning. You just have
Hmm.
to learn from it. Yeah, talking about it is very important. I mean, I was going through a lot of stuff. Did I talk about it? I like exploded
Yeah.
because I'm really nice and I brush a lot of things off, and then a lot of people have told me like the stuff you brush off isn't really normal because that's the stuff that other people can't even handle, and you just brush it off. And I was like, yeah, because I want to go through life. I want to power through life. There's a lot of stuff that we blow out of proportion.
Yeah.
I used to overthink like, oh my god, if I don't do my homework and I go to school, like I'm not gonna get a diploma. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
one paper I didn't turn in or whatever.
I was like with you with that in school. Like I really cared about school, even though I shouldn't have really like so focused on school. I guess I should have more fun on school, but I just didn't.
Yeah,
It was shitty. Oh well, we lived through life.
great tweet though.
Great tweet. Natural high you get at the gym.
Oh man, I missed that. Ooh.
The
I,
good old
I do get a,
days.
I do get a natural high at the gym.
Yeah. What's that
Oh
high?
man, I get that like huge. I actually have an issue with testosterone with the gym.
Yeah.
Um, I have a hard time balancing it because I get very like it might have been the supplements too. I was taking the supplement bucked up, but I
Hmm.
I used to get like stupid horny when I took that stuff, and apparently it's known for that.
Okay.
But natural high definitely like just confident and just like feel like I can do anything and fuck up like like fuck up the world, dude. Like just have a great time, and I loved it. I loved that feeling where you just feel the best version of yourself.
Yeah, I love that too. Like you get the best out of everything that you possibly
Endorphins,
do.
testosterone, yeah.
Exactly.
Naturally though, naturally.
Oh yeah, this one. All right, Velica. This is what I wanted to know. Yo, how the fuck? Why the fuck? Who the fuck? Velica made me into a Karen.
I look like a fucking
This is why I love
Karen.
posting stuff because we go back and look
Do
at
I look
things.
like a Karen? I look like a
Oh
Karen.
man. So Valika
Yeah.
used to
What?
be one of
Yeah.
my old best friends. We were really close. We never had anything together. We were just strictly best friends. She dated West Balls for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I can say that because they publicly said it on their streams that they were
Mm-hmm.
together. So
Okay.
her and I were really close. We're not friends anymore, unfortunately, and that's her Iron Maiden shirt too. So she let me wear the shirt, and I wanted to do a photo shoot with like eyeliner, and like they wanted to string my hair for fun. This is actually at West Balls' house,
Okay.
and she straightened my hair and stuff. I didn't really come out the way we visioned in our head because curly hair is so strange. But
Yeah.
yeah, we did this on stream. I had a lot of fun doing it. There's a lot of funny clips out. There's actually it's on my old phone a clip of me with like a jacket on, and then Wes with his jacket on, and we like played that song from Night at the Roxbury,
Okay, yeah.
and we were dancing and stuff. I was supposed to post that day too. There's a lot of stuff I'm supposed to post, and I never get to it.
Aw, damn.
But yeah, it makes me happy to go back and look. Sadly, though, we're not friends anymore. It's still cool to see, like, the adventure and the journey
Mhm.
to get where I'm at right now till today.
Is there a reason why you guys aren't friends or no?
Communication was terrible.
Oh.
In the sense of, like, some stuff went wrong between her. She also, um, there's also a big group fallout with the last girl I dated.
Mm.
None of them, I'm not friends with any of them anymore, and it's for the better.
Mhm.
I've really grown as a person, and my streams have gotten bigger because it's a lot of. I just need that drama-free zone,
Yeah.
Like, I really don't want the drama, and I try to, like, talk to them, and I try to help people a lot, but I always forget that I'm way ahead of people when it comes to the content creation world. So the way I'm thinking is not what a lot of others are thinking, because I've been through it, I've seen it, I've known it, I've studied it. I
Mhm.
study a lot too. That's the thing.
Yeah, I get that. Like, for me, like when I started um my show, I was looking at like how far advanced I could go with this, and then I realized, oh, I could go pretty far with this if I really tried
Yeah.
hard enough, you know?
Yep. It's true. You just
Is it?
gotta look. I'm very futuristic thinking, which is something I struggle with, because I want to live more in the present.
Mm-hmm.
I think really quickly, like, with people's surroundings, Um, but with Valika, like, I felt like more like our friendship, like, I enjoyed our friendship. It's just like there's things that sucked, and then it ruined our friendship back and forth, and then um I always felt like in the friendship I was the one that was constantly pushing her over and over and over, and it just started to get draining, just because it's like I thought, like, why can't you just believe me, like, what I'm trying to do and help you? And I took her pictures, and we would do
Yeah.
content together, because I saw the big picture for her that she didn't see for herself. That's not my place.
Yeah, I get that. I totally understand that. Like I've not had that any see, I've not had that issue with anybody because I've not had like any relationship or any like kind of falling out with anyone because no one
Yeah.
has really interacted with me. But the only thing is just like I try my best to be nice with people, they be nice to me. I'll be nice back with them. You know?
We
Uh
see what Rika said in the chat.
yeah. Is that why some people aren't on the barcast anymore?
Yeah, that's actually why. There's one person. I wonder if Rika knows. I don't know how far back they go from, like, what episode they started watching, but yeah, there's one person that caused a chain reaction, and now there's a bunch of people that don't come on the show anymore, which it's fine. I created the show for, like, I created the show for fun, and then it turned into more of like a big networking opportunity for a lot of people, and it's only getting bigger. And all those people that decided not to come on anymore, it's their loss, because at the end of the day, they gained a lot of exposure and a lot of friendships from the show. None of
Mm-hmm.
them. That's the thing, though, is all the people that left my life, like all the people that left me, that
Yeah.
I was part of that group. I'm the one that introduced every single one of them together. They didn't
That's
know each
insane.
other at all.
Hmm. That's
Yeah, it's funny how that works, huh?
I know, right? I know.
Yeah.
Like I've met what is it? There's a couple people. There's a couple people I met and like got them started a little bit with my show back when in like summertime, and then they started like getting kind of like moving up in like a couple levels in that. I'm like, I give credit to them for sure. And you do you, I do me. You know?
Oh, well, these weren't, like, just like Twitch streamers online.
Mhm.
These were like IRL people. Like,
Oh, okay.
my Balco was actually my best friend IRL. That was a girl and
Mhm.
a Twitch streamer, and dated West, which was my close friend. And then the others also, was the girl I dated, and then the other one is the best guy friend I had that was on Twitch
Yeah.
IRL, and I used to go to his house. So definitely hit home because it hit online and offline.
Yeah. Damn. Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
that was, and they all lived. I mean, not all of them, but some of them, like, obviously lived next to me because I was hanging out with them all the time.
Last tweet. Just hi.
Hi.
Why
The
hi?
fuck? When did I tweet that?
July 16th, 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
I just wrote hi.
Just wrote hi.
What's the likes? Who liked it?
Paraso and Alpha.
Oh, I love La Sweet Pea. She's so nice. I hang out with her in person too. And
Hmm.
then Alpha's in Canada, obviously.
Yeah, but yeah, just hi.
She's super nice too. Wow, I don't know. Hi? That's weird. That's maybe I was farming for reactions. I don't know. That's maybe high as in like I was high because I was smoking weed. Huh?
Yeah, all right, we got some Instagram. Made a cake with my little bro. Got her. She's dark
So
chocolate
funny.
shavings on top, bottom. That's what we got for Instagram, sir.
That's so old. I was actually gonna message Angelique and be like, I'm gonna like trim up my Instagram because this is like way back. I don't know if people like to see this
Mhm.
or if I just should make it more professional looking on Instagram since the platform is just whatever now.
Yeah.
Because it was more for personality. Now it's for more like business and modeling.
Yeah, the Instagram way now, it's so weird. Even like photographers, it's kind of good for them. I guess like
Yeah.
I'm a photographer and it's kind of good for me to kind of like show my pictures on it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just like reels and Instagram like model pictures. Cool. Mac Miller, loved that shirt. I liked Mac Miller. I don't even know like any of. I'm really bad with music artists.
Oh yeah.
So I can't like name a song or anything like that. But that was my vibe, dude. That was my Volkman belt that like clipped and the jeans that I always wore and the Mac Miller, you
Uh,
know, the Neff gray beanie. Had different Neff beanies. Uh, that's still the same house I live in. That's still the kitchen downstairs.
hmm. I like it. I like it. That's kind of cool. Next picture. We got you with a football. Arlington all summer.
Nice. So I play sports my whole life.
Mhm.
Loved throwing the football. That was the one sport I didn't play.
Yeah.
Um, like geared up for uniform wise. So I can throw a mean spiral. I have shoulder issues now, which I'm
Mm.
fixing, but I used to throw really far actually for not playing the sport. Whenever we play with the boys, I was the quarterback because had a good spiral and I could bomb the ball. So
Mhm.
I love playing football at the beach. Like love it. I love playing catch and going and diving in the water for catches and so
Dude,
this one was definitely a cool picture because I love the ocean and stuff. I
yeah,
love
you
the
need a
beach.
like a good photographer to just reenact that maybe. Just redo it.
That'd be cool. Actually, it's a great idea.
That'd be cool. Dude, when I go to California, I just want to meet up with you and just do throw a football on the beach. That'll be fun, dude.
Yeah, I'm so down with that. I play volleyball on the beach too. So
Oh, you're a volleyball player? Okay.
yeah, I can play every sport. Like I'm not a god at every sport, but like
Mhm.
every sport I can play. I can pick it up fast, I can play it, and I can be a team player. I'm a team player, so
Nice,
if I
nice.
have somebody better than me at the sport, we're most likely gonna win because I'm really good at attributing with my team player.
Mhm. Yeah, like I was the only sports I was really good at in school was like a couple sports. It was basketball, baseball I loved. And I was good at, which I hated, volleyball and soccer. I
Wow,
hated
yeah.
both of those. But the funny part is like I could actually like you give me the ball for volleyball, I just pounded it greatly and people like, "Oh my gosh, you need to go into volleyball." I just hate the sport. But even soccer, I was like great at kicking, but I just hate soccer.
Yeah, I played all of those, so I
Mhm.
understand. I was the chubby kid, so I had
Mhm.
soccer, so I hated playing it. But I played all of them. But favorite sport overall, I definitely want to say basketball.
Basketball.
Um, I know a lot about basketball. I
Yeah.
was a Laker, Kobe, Shaq fan growing up.
Uh,
Lake Show. I coached it, assistant coached it my high school year, senior year of high school. Also played like the YMCA, played pickup ball. I think I played for about 22, 23 years. I didn't play in college or
damn.
anything like that, but I was a really, really good shooter, like disgustingly good shooter and good team player.
Nice. I played what is it for basketball? I played like maybe 2 or 3 years out of my like school's experience. I played like 2 years in high school and 1 year in like middle school, and I was very good at like point guard and everything. So they really put me there. I was a good like just blocker in general. I just blocked a lot. I was terrible at shooting, but when I got the shots, it's a lot of 3 pointers I got though.
That I like that. I like blocking. I used to play center because I was like the big kid, but
Oh
I
yeah.
wasn't. But then I also am only 6 foot, so I can't really play basketball.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
crazy to think that they're like 6'8" point guards and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's insane. Like I never watched like the only time I did watch basketball was the season where the Raptors won, but other than that, I don't watch like basketball in like a religious aspect, but I just love playing the game.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah. Next Instagram, we got the family. We got the family.
Yeah, it's my sister and my brother. My sister is 3 years apart from me. This was an old picture actually. So, my brother's a lot older now. He's like 6 foot with like a beard.
Oh jeez.
Um, we're 8 years apart. So
Oh really?
most people think that we're like only a year or two apart, or he's older sometimes, especially when I shave.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. I was in actually kind of good shape there. When I'm in good shape, I look physically a little different. I think everyone does, but like I feel different mentally, and because I
Mhm.
think because of playing the sports my whole life,
Yeah.
so my muscles hurt really bad when I don't work out. And how that
How's
Nike SB, I got that hat for like $4,
how's your
brand new,
relationship with like your brother and sister?
wonderful.
Wonderful.
We my sister, so my sister lives up north now. My brother lives here. My relationship with my sister is a lot more on the adult level, mature level, in the
Mhm.
sense of like we can talk about anything.
That's good.
We hated each other growing up.
Really.
She used to like scratch the fuck out of me like Wolverine claws.
Mm.
And I would get in trouble, which was sad. And we hated. My mom would make us hold hands, because we hated each other so much, and that was a big reason why we started like, once we got older, we started talking. And she was like the little devil, to be honest.
Damn.
But now she's super nice, supportive. She comes to my streams. They're both mods, by the way, for my
Oh
channel.
jeez, that's cool.
My brother and I wish we had a better relationship, but for some odd reason, he's like, I don't know if it just needs to be a couple more years. He's more into tennis. He's more of a solo. I know
Mm.
the age gap difference. I can tell he's in the other generation, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. But like, we don't talk about girls, nothing like that. And then also, he hasn't moved out, so he hasn't really experienced anything. And I think in a
Jeez.
couple more years, and think he just needs to kind of like live life on his own, and then after that, him and I will get along really well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like for myself with my relationship with my sister, it was like terrible. It was terrible, terrible. And then after once she got married and moved out, we're kind of like talking now and everything. So it's like once you get out of like really once you move out, I think most of the relationships I think with most family members start to like grow back normal, right?
Yeah, forces you to grow.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the last Instagram picture. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. We got a lot of pictures, sir. We got a lot of pictures. We got what is
We
it?
got one more.
We may got one more. We got one more. I can
Let's
find
see.
it.
Let's see which one you
What do
chose.
we got?
Every picture
Why
has
is
a
it
story
not?
behind it.
Why is it not going to the next one? What the hell? What is this?
Oh, but cool fun fact about my sister, she's been with her boyfriend since I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's been with her boyfriend for almost 10 years.
Oh wow. Are they gonna get married?
Yeah. They're gonna
Nice.
get married. They're gonna
Nice.
be millionaires by the time they're 30. Multi-millionaires.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're both she makes good money and she only gets raises, and she works for a big tech company. I just can't say what it is anymore 'cause she told me not to.
Aw, damn. That sucks. Whatever you decide to make whatever you decide to do, make sure it makes you happy.
Oh man, this is super old. This was my uncle's dog. I
Oh.
am My mom is one of eight, and she's one of the. My mom's a twin, and they're the youngest of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I always grew up like going to my aunts and uncles' houses, because we were the youngest grandchildren. I'm the third youngest grandchild. My brother's the youngest, and so I would go over to my uncle's a lot, and that was my uncle. My uncle and I are really close. Not as much so, like because everyone lives so far apart, and he's like 70 something,
Oh
my uncle.
jeez. That's a old
And
uncle.
I I I I want to bring my uncle onto one of my shows actually. So this was his dog, and that dog was so nice to me and loved me. His name was Thor, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember there was another dog. Can't remember the other dog's name at the moment, but Thor was the type of dog where like I would always throw the ball and Thor would go get it, but
Yeah.
Thor didn't like the pull. So every
Oh.
time I threw the ball in the pool, Thor wouldn't be able to get the ball, but the other dog would. So I'd always mess with Thor, and we would have fun. We had a really fun relationship. He loved me and always was by my side and guarded me and stuff when I was a kid. And there's another picture of me with like a fake goatee on and like a cross chain because I used to have like a cross necklace.
Yeah.
But that's my uncle's dog, and my uncle's a very loving person and stuff. And I have to give a lot of the credit to my family, like my grandma and my uncle. More
Mhm.
so, like my grandma was really close with me growing up, but my uncle's actually gay. So
Oh.
growing up, he was the one that taught me things that I wanted to know because like he knew I was a very like loving child and I wanted to understand everything. So anytime I had a question about the gay community or like why someone was gay, I would ask
Yeah.
my uncle, and he was, would
That.
explain it. He would explain it to me to the point where I would understand it, and it was so nice because I had three uncles, but like my love for that specific uncle is way higher than all the other
Oh,
two. I'm not
that.
even close to the other two, but just the type of person he raised me to be when I was around with him for the short. I was only around him when I went to visit my grandma, or like he would come visit, and he
Mm.
comes in the holidays once in a while. Right now he lives in Hawaii at the moment, so he wants me to come visit with somebody.
Oh yeah.
But it was really cool because he taught me one valuable lesson in life was to give back and to my whole family is like that, giving back and to get it from an uncle too is very important. So
Mm.
he was a special person I was around, and
I
then
love
that
that.
dog eventually actually had to be put down later on
Yeah.
in life because it started having seizures.
Yeah. Yeah. My what is it? My dog right now is starting to get like some seizures, and he's like a 16-year-old Shih Tzu, and he's
Yeah,
like very
sad.
old. It's sucky. I really hope he can last until 17, which is this year. So that'll
That's
be
the
really
sad
nice.
part is as the owner, like, do you help them because they're going through so much pain and misery and they can't communicate with you, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you have to be the one ultimately to make the decision because you don't know how much they're actually suffering.
Yeah. That's true. It's very very true. And yeah, we had just been, my family have been like trying to figure out what we're gonna do with him once he dies.
Yeah,
If we're gonna put him in, we're gonna bury him, or we're gonna put him in an urn or
cremate 'em.
something.
Yeah,
It's just
it's sad.
troublesome.
It's
It's
very touchy.
sucky.
It's a very touchy subject. We had multiple dogs pass away, so
Yeah.
I know what
Well,
you
this
mean.
would be technically. I've had multiple cats die in my life and everything, but like this is the childhood dog. Like this is when
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like eight,
that's
eight, since
it's
eight,
sad
dude.
too because we know when we buy them, we outlive them.
Yeah,
That's the sad part.
it's
When
so
we
sad.
rescue them and we buy them and we grow that friendship with them, we love them, we're
Yeah.
most likely gonna outlive them.
Yeah, it's sucky. It's really, really sucky unless you're very, very old, and then that's when they'll outlive you.
And then that's sad too because they don't know where you went.
Yeah. So either way, it's just a sad time, dude. It's just sad life.
I agree.
All right, we got Twitch clips, dude.
Let's do it. Let's hit them. Let's see what you got.
Oh, this one. Okay, but you got a face reveal on your barcast.
Yeah,
Mark's face
this got a
reveal.
lot of views at the time.
This is
Uh,
your most clips still.
yeah, that's crazy to me. I don't know why.
So,
The show is it just needs more exposure. I need to stream more to be honest. That's what it is.
well,
The
I
having
guess,
the one show a week
yeah,
with if I stream more and then constantly like that you help me put the YouTube video up, so it's definitely gonna bring a lot more exposure to eventually in the next 6 months or so.
yeah. I really wish the YouTube's like videos, just like blow up, right? And then more people would check out the streams, right?
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually. What
They
would
don't
three
even need to
wish?
like slowly blow up though.
Slowly, maybe. But
Yeah.
Rika asks, what would three wishes be for yourself?
Uh, for myself,
Yeah.
um, three wishes I would like to have is I would like to have my own streamer house. That'd be cool.
Hmm.
That's a great wish. I would like to have. I actually want a lot of money. I know that the very basic thing, and I'm gonna describe. I feel like money, and then I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
I want to have a lot of money because I love giving back. I spent like thousands of dollars of subs and giving back to people when I got my financial money from the government
Hmm.
on Twitch because I like wanted to support the other creators and give back how much they gave to me. I just want to be able to be in a financial situation to have enough money where like for episode like episode 100, which is March 6th, I want to be able. I actually actually did this last night, literally at 3 in the morning. I bought 5 hotel rooms for my production team or whoever's coming. So it's gonna be in San Diego, and I wish I had more money. I wanted to buy more rooms, and I
Mhm.
almost did, but financially, like I know it's not smart for me to do it because I have to buy all the other stuff. And if I had enough money, I would love to pay for everyone's flight
Yeah.
for my whole production team. Like if I had money and I like even I don't even need millions of dollars. Like if I had a lot of money, like kind of like some of the big streamers make,
Yeah.
and we're all going to TwitchCon, I would pay for the whole production's flights and hotels and stuff because it's not going to bother me. Like that's something I would pay for and be happy with because of all the time they help and are around, and you know and I just want to give back more. I really would love to have more money too for like film. I want to do more films, and that
Yeah.
costs just a lot of money.
Yeah. I would love to like in general just meet people on Twitch and just meet content creators. Like that's to me is a dream. Also just giving back to people that has helped me in the past would be magical, but I'm not financially great right now, so I can't do that, of course.
Yeah,
But like,
I
if
agree.
I was at that place, for sure, I would do that. But I'm
Yeah.
in your shoes too, man.
Yeah, I just love giving back and stuff. And then for the third wish, I will love to. I wish to travel the entire world, which is something I'm going to make
Mhm.
sure that wish happens because I want to see the different cultures and the different people and the languages and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I love that. But we gotta go through the Twitch clip, so let's get
Let's
through
see it.
this first one.
5 years in the waiting, boys.
Here it is.
I'm so lucky.
Snackster is going to be taking his mask off to expose himself on Cody's Bizarre Barcast.
Underneath the mask.
These lucky
Oh my
86
God.
viewers.
So
He
this
has a
is
mask underneath that
Snorax, I
mask.
believe,
Oh,
and he
Oh
was a big
my
LBR streamer in
God!
the community
That's
that
secret.
people
Oh
knew.
my
so
not
never
white.
took space
God.
on stream.
He's really Mexican.
Someone said he's not white. What's your initial thoughts on this?
I was just like whatever. It was more LA Cool J's because LA Cool J is the co-host.
Yeah.
We're still really cool homies. He's actually gonna make a reappearance and come back and say hi to everybody. But he was the OG, and it makes me sad because like a lot of people, as time goes on, forgets about the OGs. But LA Cool J was like my original co-host and
Yeah.
was there since episode 1 for a long time.
Yeah, I pushed it a tiny bit.
Oh yeah. This was a brewery stream. We were Sean is my old roommate in Orange County, and I worked with him at the pizza place. We actually went to the same high school. He's just a couple years older than me. He's the one I went to Cancun with. He's actually going to be our bartender for episode 100. He's going to be making the drinks
Ooh.
for us as the show goes on, and he's a really supportive, nice guy. We like to drink together. Him and like beers and stuff. Like 'cause
Yeah.
we were cocktail servers. And for this one, I was doing the shot glass and we were drinking, having fun. And as I put the taste tester shot glass inside the other shot glass, I pushed it a little tiny bit too hard and it just chipped the glass below it and it flicked off.
Yep. It's pretty.
I guess you're not supposed to stack the glasses. I just broke one on accident.
Yeah, you stacked the glass,
You
dude.
can stack them, you can't push it down.
I pushed it a tiny bit.
Yeah, I felt like an idiot, but
We all go through it. We all go through it, man.
they're easy to break, by the way. They're like so
yeah.
easy.
Like
They're
those,
so shitty.
those little thin glasses are so bad and just,
Yeah, they're super shitty.
yeah.
They break all the time, by the way. Barbacks break them all the time.
Oh yeah, I've been to a couple bars in like my city and that has happened multiple times with me, and I'm like, ah, shit. But the bars are used to it though. That's the thing, I guess. Diane Gasm.
So Diana is so nice. She is one of the sweetest girls I met on Twitch. She's a partnered streamer. She was the first partnered streamer on the platform to believe in me and come support my channel and stuff. And we had the chance to hang out at BlizzCon. We went to BlizzCon together. She's from Canada, actually.
Awesome. That's cool. That's pretty
Super
cool.
nice girl. So sweet and nice, and definitely definitely the type of girl that you date and super supportive and stuff. And she would come in my streams like almost every day. She stops by every once in a while. She has a VIP badge. She's just not on Twitch as much.
Mhm.
But I would always joke with her and flirt with her, and my chat loved her because I used to stream all the time, and I
Yeah.
would stream like I used to fire up stream with about 30 to 40 viewers playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
And they would come in, and she would come in, and then they would all be like, "Oh my God, his girlfriend's here!" Or like, "Oh my God, his crush is here." It was really funny. I loved it. I loved it a lot.
God, I love that.
The Deanna
Yeah,
guy.
I like memeing with the girls. A little like some of them will come in, I'll still do it.
That is a face and a half there, Sir Chris.
Yes, sir. I'm a very comedic. I do things on the fly kind of person.
Dude,
That's why I want to start streaming like more, because I feel like a lot of people don't really see my personality, especially as the host of the show.
yeah, it's just that's the same thing with me right now. I don't have like, to me, I don't like have a way to like right now stream because I just do this right now, and I don't
Yeah.
have a way for me to actually do content. That's the only issue for me right now.
So the biggest issue why I haven't streamed, and something I haven't really talked about, was I live at home,
Yeah.
and I make too much noise, and so my
Mm,
stepdad will wake up, and it's a really shitty feeling to like talk about that because I'm older now, and it's just very depressing, to be honest, because there's a lot of really good streams
mhm.
back in the day where if you were to watch me, you'd be like, wow, Chris was completely a different person. And
Yeah.
I do a lot of improv, man. I made vines and stuff and never wrote a script, so
Oh yeah, I'm like that too. Like I don't have like the best like situation right now. I'm at home too, so it's like, yo, I
yeah,
go stay up late and then I scream or whatever in my microphone, and then my parents are like, what are you doing? Or my family's like, what are you
exactly,
doing? You know?
exactly,
And I'm like, I'm doing content, and they don't understand, right? So it's like,
exactly, exactly.
it's a shitty situation. I just
Super shitty situation. But I'm changing it. I already talked to my mom and said, I'm turning 28 in May. I want
Mhm.
to change my life. Like I don't have a girlfriend, don't have a wife.
Mhm.
I'm single. I have girls that like, I could like go and hang out with, and like go on dates with and be nice to them and stuff. But like a lot of people aren't really looking for relationships to begin with. And financially, I want to pay things off. I want to get rid of all my comic books. I want to get rid of all my autograph stuff. I just don't want it anymore because I want to travel, and I just want to make content. I want to make films, content. I want to flip stuff like I did.
Mhm.
I love buying and reselling stuff. It helped me pay the bills. It helped me invest in what I love doing. And I told my mom, basically, I'm like, I'm gonna start streaming.
Yeah.
Probably next month, I'm gonna start streaming, firing up streams. I know like the viewership is gonna be way lower, which doesn't bother me. It's more getting back into the routine, and getting things going, and playing video games and hanging out. The streams won't be as long because of how late it's gonna get, and
Right.
I'm just gonna have to do it. Like I'm gonna have to force myself to stream and stick to a schedule and be very strict, which sucks because I'm gonna have to cancel and not cancel and stuff, but tell people I can't do stuff anymore like I wanted to, because I really have to make this push for myself, because a lot of people are new on the platform, and they just see me as like a show host, but I have a lot more to offer than that.
Hell yeah, I like that, and I can't wait to see that because
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited. There's actually an old video on YouTube, all my old game highlights. My cousin made it.
Mhm. So you're gonna react to, I guess, on stream or something, right?
I used to play it on stream
Oh, okay.
as like an outro and put a sad
Mm.
song behind it.
Okay. Bringing it back to the old days. Awesome, awesome. Chris is gross. I.
Oh man.
Okay. I have a 144 hertz 28 inch.
I
If
do a
you
lot of-
pick up that
I
fucking
do a lot of
lotion
stupid
one
stuff
more
on stream.
goddamn time, I swear to
Oh, the
fucking
lotion.
God, I will unfollow.
Okay, I'll go pick up the pink lotion bottle next to it instead.
You're supposed to pick up a pink lotion bottle.
Picked up the lotion bottle and said I was gonna do something and then be right back, and then put the lotion bottle away. I was just gonna go beat my meat with it, probably. So,
Oh yeah. You know.
yeah, nothing big.
Nothing too big.
No,
Same old, same
that's the
old.
same room, by the way.
Oh yeah. I did not notice that. You
The
just
same
change.
room, it's just in a different corner of the setup.
Oh yeah, you just put it where your old way is. I remember that old way.
Yeah.
Right. Diana is just a voice. She's a voice, Chris? In your heart?
Wait till they hear Deanna's voice. Everyone loves
The
Deanna's
clips
voice.
with Deanna go way back.
Hey, don't disrespect Deanna. She's
What?
not just
I
a
didn't
voice,
disrespect.
okay?
She is just a voice.
Oh,
I'm
bitch!
just kidding. I'm
Oh,
kidding. I'm joking, dude.
That's a T. That's a T right there.
Oh, bitch!
I'm just joking.
You're just joking.
Yeah, no. My community like to clip things out of context and make me look worse than I really am, as a joke.
Yeah.
Which I love. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, Deanna, her and I play Overwatch. She used to carry me. She was goated. She was dumb good. I was like a
Damn.
master or grandmaster or something at Overwatch.
Damn. Yeah, my community, we just I do stupid stuff and they just don't clip it. It's just like, hey, this is funny. I want to watch this, and then they just don't clip it. It's
Oh, I feel
it's
you.
great.
I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on the barcasts. There's so many things that have gone by that could have made on LSF.
Oh yeah, I'm shocked that it hasn't made on LSF yet.
It's only one clip on LSF.
Mhm.
There's some stuff that I could have got banned for, but
Oh yeah, but just haven't got banned yet. Just give it time, Chris.
that's probably I haven't got a suspension yet
Yeah, Curly
or a
does.
white flag.
Yeah, Curly does not know when eraser. This one just makes me sad, Chris. This one just. What were you?
Oh, let's see it.
No.
Let's see it.
You
been a
boys
while.
gotta pay attention to this one. Here we go.
Here we go. Tag along.
Pay attention. Gonna be gone before you know it.
Oh, yeah, looks just like an eraser.
The fuck is this?
Oh my god.
That's it, boys. I'm done, dude.
Didn't I complain that they deleted it or erased it?
Yeah, you erased it.
Yeah,
Chris, it's so
that's actually
easy.
really funny.
I was installing Black Ops.
Oh man, those are the
That's the
days,
best thing.
dude.
Why, man?
It's kind of cool, huh? When you go through my clips, there's a bunch of old clips, but before the barcast.
Yeah, I wanted to get before the barcast, dude. You know,
Old
because
school, man. Old school streamer. I tried preaching it, dude. I would tell people Twitch is gonna be the thing. Twitch is this, Twitch is that. Nobody listens. Told everybody Vine's gonna be great. I told everybody Instagram's gonna be great. Facebook comedy video. Then I told everyone TikTok, and everyone's like, "You're a fucking idiot."
and look at where
Yeah.
we're at. TikTok.
Now you're an idiot for not having a TikTok, which is
Yeah.
sad to say.
Yeah, I know. Like so many people told me, "Hey, you need to get TikTok." And
Yeah,
I've been trying. I've been trying to get my TikTok going now, and it's not going greatly, but I'm trying.
I need to upload the videos
Yeah.
for the barcast still on TikTok. I'm kind of. I think when you edit this next one, I'll have so much footage I can just spree them.
Mhm. Okay. Oh, you cracked an egg on your head, sir.
Yes, sir. I love this one.
Oh, okay. My community. Okay, this is what's been going on with my community about this one. My community now, our anthem is the duck song, and you played the duck song during this.
Oh, the Dutch song is the most troll song ever
I
on my
know.
community. Like all my sub badges are ducks because of the duck song.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's
We used to
funny.
have a song request, and I would play Brawlhalla because that was the first game that got my
Mhm.
Twitch channel going was Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
And I used to play with some of the pro players. I wasn't a pro player, but I was on the front. I was the #1 streamer for the game as the creator, like content creator, and play
Yeah.
with pro players would come into my chat and stuff. One still follows me.
Cool.
And that was 5 years. He's been following me for almost 5 years now.
Hmm.
And we would play the duck song. Like I'd be playing Brawlhalla, and they would song request a fucking duck song, and they would do it over and over and over, and it just pissed me off because I'm just like, guys, I'm in the
Dude,
zone. I don't want to listen to the fucking duck song.
it's the freaking duck song. What is it? I think it was like last week. I'm like, I got no content. Let's just listen to the duck song for an hour. That just burned me. That just killed me deeply.
Yeah.
And I hate it, but my community loves it. And the best part is it's DMCA free.
The duck song's DMCA free.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell them that.
Yeah, don't tell them that. They're gonna.
No,
they're
that's,
gonna. Yeah.
that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I know it's a bad idea. I shouldn't have told my community that it's DMCA free, and now I have to listen to the Duck song pretty much every single stream now. So it's bad.
I'm not as bad as it was, but like I used to get heated. I would throw shit.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. It was every day. And I couldn't. I was in the middle of a session, like a ranked game, so I couldn't go and change the song. And the mods wouldn't change it for me because they thought it was hilarious.
Of course, it's the mods. They just want to mess with you, dude. I would. Dude, if I was a mod for you, I'd just troll you.
Yeah, I mean, everyone trolls me as mods. I'm actually purging my mods. I'm gonna be doing a mod application for new mods.
Yeah. See, I would mod,
yeah.
but I'm barely in the stream because of work right now. So, big. F.
Well, whenever that time comes up, I want more mods. That I mean, I don't expect my mods to like be. You know, I have 26 mods.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I'm like, dude, only like 5 show up, and I want it to be more fun. I want my mods to be more involved in the community.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple people that got mods that like Westballs and Japandy Jones. I'm just gonna leave because they're like celebrity streamers technically.
Yeah, right? Damn. Japandy, is that you, Trap Season? Cuh?
Pandy?
Oh yeah, this
I don't know
one.
who that is.
This is. Oh, you want a fun fact about this one?
Mm.
This is my first cosplay broadcast that nobody knows about.
Oh really? That's
Yeah.
cool.
2019 August.
2019. That's pretty cool.
This is Japandy.
And I'm your resident idiot on Twitch.
I love
Host some
Japandy.
shows, some dating shows. I'm a trap today. Looking at you, Chris, and Gil, you know, what's up? And I am Poison from Street Fighter. My left leg is TOS. I'll try to show some, but I got underwear on under.
That's Japandy, I guess, for you. Oh man, gotta love that guy.
Oh, I love Japandy.
I love Japandy. I've talked to him a couple times. He's really cool.
Hung out with him TwitchCon for a little bit. Got a picture of him kissing me on the cheek. And he's so nice to me. Every time I go in and stream, he always says hi and reads all my messages because he miss hanging out with that guy. And he's in the film industry too. You know that, right?
Oh really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he's in the film industry. He's been in films and stuff like that. He's a really nice guy. I really, really, really want to go to Japan, but I'm thinking about backpacking this summer if COVID's not a bad thing to Europe and IRL streaming it.
Yeah, I want to go to Europe a lot. Like I want to go to UK and as well as Paris, if possible. That's the main stuff I want to go in Europe, for sure. Maybe
Well, I was
Germany.
supposed to move out with the Breezy, and since that didn't happen, I kind of had like, I was like a little, I wouldn't say I was sad. I was just more in like, I need to figure out what I want to do in my life. So I kind of spent like a couple days off, and then was like, I think, you know, I talked to my mom because she was so excited for me to move out because she knows how much I love doing this and how hard it has been my whole life doing all this because of fighting against the norm of people putting me down because they're like thinking I waste my time, or why do you make comedy videos, or why do you do this, or your Instagram only has comedy videos, that's all it has, or why do you do Vine, that's a waste of time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I wish we, like, both of us caught a break, you know, and actually did blow up, right?
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. And just make it full time.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing it because, like I said, I'm more involved in film. A lot of Twitch streamers or a lot of content creators aren't involved in the film industry. But that's very important going forward.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got one last clip for you. I'll give you something to think about.
Deanna, you're a trooper staying up with us.
I don't even know. I don't want to know what time it is now. I don't want to think about it. Okay.
I'll give you something to think about. Oh god,
What were you trying to imply there, Chris? What were you implying there?
Listen, what was I implying?
Yeah.
Definitely a sexual joke. Give you something to think about. I would always joke around with Deanna like that. It was reactions. They would do stuff. Community would say something. I would get the reactions. She had a blast. We would actually game offline together. Super nice, super sweet girl. I message her all the time to try to get her to come on my show. It's been over
Mhm.
2 years and she still hasn't come on.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Maybe one day she'll come on, dude. Maybe
I
that.
think one day she'll come on. I know one day
Yeah.
I'll see her again. I haven't seen her in a long time, so
Damn. Damn. Well,
super sweet.
that was our Google, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Google segment, and now we need to go to the little bit of the back half of this
All right.
thing. So let's cut to the freaking chase here. Chris, how was life growing up? Your childhood, dude?
How's life going? What was the question?
How was life growing up? Your childhood?
Oh man. Difficult.
Difficult.
I had family issues. I have a very loving mother. We argue a lot because we argue a lot, but I mean we have a lot of love for each other. We do a lot
Mhm.
better when we don't live together. Um, Difficult in the sense of having a stepdad and dad, and weekends with dad, weekend, and then back home with mom, and
Yeah.
leaving, packing the bag, leaving, saying I'm going to my dad's. I don't ever want to see you again.
Damn.
Vice versa. Played sports. I was also uh the curly hair kid. So
Mhm.
like growing up, people would throw shit in my hair and stuff, and didn't realize it until the next day when I was taking a shower, and so that was difficult, and got rejected a lot,
Yeah.
like a fuck ton. Never had a girlfriend till my junior year of high school. My first kiss was sophomore year of high school. Um, always had girl problems. I always have had fucking girl problems. Like been cheated on 3 times.
Oh fuck, dude.
Um, I've always had girl problems. I'm such a great guy in a relationship, and at this point, it's sad for me to say all this because then people point at you and say maybe it's your fault. And so that's what happened. I always thought it was my fault, and I always thought something was wrong with me until I really opened up. I went to therapy for a very short amount of time, and it was really cool. So
Mm.
that therapy wasn't even that long ago, but I guess the childhood ties into the therapy of everything that happened in my childhood.
Yeah.
And nothing really bad has happened. Played a lot of sports.
Mhm.
It was just difficult having the being the black sheep too. My sister was fucking smart, dude, like dumb smart, like 4.5 GPA or something like that. Or
Jesus Christ.
yeah, she was very smart, and then my brother was very smart. Technically, my sister and my brother are my step siblings, but we never talk
Mhm.
about that because like my stepdad brought me in when I was 3, and he had no other kids.
Damn.
But financially, my parents have always supported uh, us growing up. Like supported the family. Like my stepdad always put food on the table for us. My dad always put food on the table for me, and the reasons why is I would never say I was like a spoiled kid.
Mhm.
Um, I know like I've learned a lot from my family. The thing is the reason my family kind of like did a lot more for us was because they had nothing growing up.
Yeah.
I think my grandma died with like $1.71 in her purse, or $4 in her
Jeez.
purse. That's all she had to her name. My dad didn't have anything, so it's really sad to be honest. I'll be honest, this is something I actually just realized is when you don't have anything in life and you get older and you grow up, you hold on to a lot more things in life.
Oh yeah. That's proven.
So, growing up it was hard because like my dad still has the same house from when my parents got divorced. So my dad actually kept the house in this strange scenario, right? The dad, the
Damn.
husband keeps the house. Grew up in apartments with my mom when they got divorced, and it was a messy divorce. I mean, we're all good now. We have a very Jerry Springer family. Dad comes over and hangs out for Christmas and holidays with his wife. Um, that's so like growing up, it's really cool to see everything. And I guess there's a lot of like, I wouldn't say hate. Just a lot of things that really bothered me, and it's like just kind of like really hurts in a way. But I've learned to bring the positive side of things and know like how can I be a great father growing up, like how can I be a better dad, or how can I be a better person. There's a lot of things I agree and disagree with both my dads. I still love them as a person, but sometimes they just do things, and I think intellectually, like as a person, because of being raised by a great grandma, being raised by two moms and two dads, I'm a lot smarter than my parents.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and it has nothing to do with them being a bad person. It's just the fact nobody is raised that way. Nobody is raised with more than one dad, more than one, mom. I was raised with the whole family. I was raised to believe in different things and understand things. And I also, my mom's religious. My stepdad's not. My dad's religious, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not, and that was a very tough thing but they taught me, like, I like to learn. I went to school in Utah, and I was only 18 at the time, and I went to the Mormon church and learned the different things that I respect what people's decisions are and stuff. But I've always respected decisions that are in a whole, as in the sense like the kind way and the positive way.
Yeah.
But then again, that's also your opinion on things. But yeah, I mean, my family now is a lot better. It was a rocky relationship. I think the one big thing that was the saddest thing that happened to me growing up was my grandma died when I was 13. My brother doesn't remember her a whole lot, but my brother was close to her because of him being the last grandchild of the chain.
Right.
I cried all the time because I don't like cigarettes. I think cigs are pointless. I think there's a lot of other things. A lot of stuff is created and we tend to abuse them. And I think nicotine has been extremely abused to the point where, cancer. And I loved my grandma so much. Grandma was the type of person where she loved you no matter what. She was from Germany. So
Yeah.
my grandma passed away when I was 13 from cancer, lung cancer. And I grew up my whole life like crying because I wanted her to stop smoking, and she did. And I think one of the biggest things that was really deep for me was when I was about 10, when she stopped smoking, or 9, she really thanked me and gave me a big hug and told me how much she loved me and everyone in the family, even her sister, her daughters and brothers, like that her own grandchild helped her stop smoking. I was actually the biggest reason why she stopped, because she felt so much pain seeing me in pain for something that she did. And the biggest thing she told me is that she remembers she was at her old retirement home, and she was talking to this lady and like looked over, and the lady was smoking a cigarette out of her throat. And she was like so happy that I helped her stop, because she didn't want to be at that point in life. And that was really, really hard because my mom didn't have a dad growing up. And my mom's a very loving person. So that really fucked my mom up really bad. And till this day, it's really hard for her because she doesn't have family. We're the only family she has.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I have, one of my family members, I relate to you so much in the family aspect, man. Like, one of my uncles is like a heavy smoker, and I was like little and little. Like me and my dad, with relationship wise, we're not very close, and my mom always tells me this story. Always, when I was growing up, I wanted him as a dad, but my uncle as a dad instead of my dad, of course. But
Okay,
also, my uncle always smoked, and I was very like always upset with him for smoking as a kid, because I knew as a kid you realize, hey, nicotine, all this stuff is bad for the kids, and he just didn't want to stop smoking. That
Yeah.
he's still smoking, of course, but like it
That's
really
sad.
dampers like a kid and everything. It really hits you hard that your family members could die one day because of something they could possibly stop.
But yeah,
They're willing.
I agree with you. And then it's crazy because, like, I told you my grandma ended up dying from thyroid cancer. Lung cancer was an issue with that. But I got my dad to stop smoking too. He hasn't been smoking. He hasn't smoked in, like, I think 10 years or 8 years, something like that. I think it's been 10 years he hasn't smoked, and he's so
wow.
happy. And I used to cry all the time. I would. It was supposed to be his weekend to see me, and I
Yeah.
told my mom I don't want to see him.
Mm.
That's how much it hurt me, because I was like, he would smoke with me in the car and stuff, and I'm also allergic to the cigarette smell on top of it. So like,
Jeez.
I would get stuffed up in my terrible sinuses, and he would smoke in the little truck and stuff.
Yeah, I hate the smell of cigarette smoke. It's just I just hate it. I genuinely hate it. It's just terrible for you. Damn. If you could like talk to like your teenager self, what would you tell him?
Oh, great question. I would tell them to focus on yourself. Always believe in yourself in the sense of when you might date somebody or somebody that's close to you that you think loves you as much as you love them, doesn't support you like you support them. It's okay because you're like more loving person than normal, which is something took me a while. And to keep a good head on your shoulder and always be a good person because we don't have very many good people in the world. And
Mm,
as much as others might paint a bad picture for you, just remember how much you do for people in the world.
Oh yeah, I love that. Also, I do relate to you a lot about the girl problems because I've always had girl problems and I just can never get girls, dude. And I still can't. I'm just cringy.
You definitely can get a girl,
That's the
man.
same thing with you, dude. People tell you, hey, you can get a girl, and look at
No,
where
I
we're
can
at,
get a
dude.
girl. No, dude, I can get a girl. I just want a special type of girl. I've dated like the most beautiful girls and stuff. I just want like I want a, like I think I want I don't want to say I want too much. I just want somebody that has a special personality. And
Mm-hmm.
I've had like a girl that like I like a lot
Mm-hmm.
telling me like don't settle until you find that special person because that
Yeah.
special person deserves you because of how special you are. And she's gorgeous. Like she's one of the most beautiful girls you'll ever see on the platform on Twitch. That is
Mm.
not like a big streamer.
Okay.
And that meant a lot coming from her and stuff. And even my friends that are girls, some of my friends, like I hate to say it, but some of my friends are girls. I've slept with them. Like we've slept together, like years back.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Vegas or something and slept together and didn't ruin the relationship, but we didn't talk as much afterwards and it's trying to
But yeah.
rekindle things. But now it's just strictly a friendship and it's cool. And they know too. Like I was very special to them in so many different ways, and that's what I want, man. I want somebody that wants to travel, gets up, maybe wants to have like a lazy day. Maybe, I want someone that will play some video games with me, have fun,
Oh
be
yeah.
creative. A girl I can go out and take pictures of in photography. And as much as like they say you should date someone mostly on the inside, I actually do want a girl that's super hot on the outside. And
Same.
the reason I say this is because I want to have a girl that takes care of themselves and wants to like work out with me and take care of themselves because that's going to make me want to take care of myself as well
Yeah, definitely.
more. And they're more into the sense of like, hey, like we should go get massages or hey, we should do this because like we need to take care of ourselves. And that's something that I'm really focused on. And I actually get my eyebrows threaded. I haven't done it in a while.
What? You do?
Yeah, dude. My eyebrows get really bushy on top. And so my ex-girlfriends used to pluck them and I hated it. And then I tried waxing, but it was too straight looking, like too defined. So I'd get them threaded and stuff. And
I've yet to ever touch my eyebrows, dude. Yet, and I don't think I will because. What?
I mean, yeah, I just want a girl like that though,
Yeah, I
and
get
wants to
that.
watch
I
some
get that.
train wreck or watch sports too.
Oh yeah, sports. Like I'm like you that wants a girl the same, basically almost the same stuff. Like I just want someone that, hey, we could play video games all the time, sure. Go out for photography, sure. Go out
Yeah.
for concerts and everything, sure. Travel, main thing I want to do for sure. Just hiking, adventurous, outgoing, can make me laugh, dude. Like that's the main thing I really want. A person that could really make me laugh. Good personality, everything. Basically what I want out of my. It's basically what someone told me about you finding a girl. You need basically to find that person that's a bit like more above of what you are, or maybe a little bit of the opposite of you. Is that just to make it balance out, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I also I also have to say this because being older and
Mm-hmm.
something I want. I want a girl that is adventurous, like sex wise. I want a girl that wants to have sex, wants to have fun, in the spur of the moment. None of this
Mm-hmm.
fucking bullshit where like, hey, we should have sex in the morning. No, like if you're like sexually attracted to me and you want to have sex with me,
Just
that's
do
my
it.
turn on. Like,
Okay.
babe, like if like if I wore a suit and she's like, oh my god, you look hot, let's have sex. Let's do it, cause like
Oh yeah.
that's not planning it. That's not like going out of your way. That's just because you feel a certain way of that person, and I feel like that's a very powerful thing. That's very important in relationships, and I think that's very gets pushed to the side because of how busy we are, our
Definitely.
sexual tendencies. I think a lot of people, like, oh, we shouldn't have sex today because I'm tired or this or that. But I think sex was created because you feel a certain way towards that person or that partner. Usually it's a partner nowadays, but like,
Mhm.
um, if you have a partner and you feel very sexually attracted, then I think that's the best time to have sex because it's
True.
not planned. It's not like, oh, I just need to get off or kind of thing. It's more that. And the last girl I dated was kind of like that. We had a lot of like sex when we could, but it was like we had it and it was just very like intimate, and it was a
Mm,
great feeling. So
that's
I
good.
don't know if that's because I'm more of a romantic type of guy or what that is, but
Probably, but I haven't had sex, so I wouldn't know, man. It's fine. It's fine. How you doing, Tommy? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you stopping by, good sir. What is what hurt you the most that made you cry the most in life?
what hurt me the most that made me cry the most in life?
Yeah.
So there's been quite a bit of things.
Mhm.
I think the one that hurt me, so like make me cry, I guess could be something different. But the one that I feel like hurt me, that threw me into the depression phase, was the breakup from the 2018 girlfriend.
Mhm.
Um, that fucking destroyed my head really bad. That's when I had to go seek therapy. That's when my credit score shot down to like the 500s. That's when I went into debt, like $7,000. I'm still paying that off. I'm still fixing those situations. But mentally, that hurt me so bad because of a lot of reasons. The timing of when that happened was so awful because my parents were announcing a separation. I couldn't focus on film school that I got attended to. It was like only 200 and something people made the school, over a thousand of applicants. I made it in. Couldn't
Mhm.
focus on school anymore. We were supposed to move together. I quit my job. We're supposed to go on a cruise together.
Yeah.
One of my aunts was like sick.
Yeah.
Had to move back home for the fucking third time. I've been home since because I've been working all my life, and that hurt me the most because I really thought I had a partner. That's the thing. It was a fantasy.
Mhm.
I thought I had somebody that was willing to be the teamwork aspect of what I wanted, and it wasn't. It was a fantasy in my head the whole entire time because the way she treated me looking back was so awful. It was sad. It was really sad to like for someone to actually treat me like that of all people for how nice I treat others and what I did for her.
Yeah.
That hurt me a lot because when everything crumbled, I thought she would have still been around. Um, because when everything crumbled for her, I was there for her, and that's what you want at the end of the day, that person that is around you that can love you still when you're under your deepest, darkest moments to help you be there. And it's not, I can fix your depression. It's more in the sense of, I know who you are because I love you for who you are, not because of what you're going through, or how successful you are.
Exactly.
And that really fucking broke me because I did way more than I was supposed to because I loved seeing her happy. I loved seeing her smile. I was so attracted to her sexually as well. She was a fitness trainer. She had a really nice body. I thought she was really pretty eyes. She had green eyes. But mentally, man, she was just broken, and it was
Damn.
sad.
Damn.
And sadly, like that what tore the relationship up, man. And I did everything I could, like humanly possible. Like literally, there's things that I mean, I'm not gonna go in super detail, but
Yeah.
like there's just things that other guys wouldn't have done.
Mhm.
She actually lived in this room with my
Damn.
parents, and I lived in an apartment.
Mm. You
I
wouldn't.
drove I actually used to drive a Camaro too. I bought a Camaro at the age of 21 out of my
Mm.
own pocket and stuff.
That's insane. That's insane,
Um,
dude. That's
sold the
shit, man.
car. I sold the car actually to go to film school. I used to drive almost 2 hours just to go to film school. That's
Shit,
how
man.
happy I was going
Shit.
to school.
Frick.
Yeah, that really broke me because we were supposed to move closer to my film school, and then halfway, and a good point for her career. I wanted to stream more and I wanted to flip stuff and go to school, but that didn't cut it. She wanted me to do more stuff in secretly told everybody how much she hated Twitch and hated when I streamed and all that stuff behind my back. And that really sucked because I balanced film school, working a job, paying all my bills. I would sell stuff, Twitch streaming, and having a relationship where I had to drive to my parents' house to see my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Damn, man. That just dampers a mood and just in general and everything. Like, I just feel bad for anyone that was in like any shitty relationship, and I just wish people just. I know it brings out a lot of people, but it's just like it just sucks, you know. You get to that point.
I'll be honest. I should have broke up with her.
Okay.
I was going through some stuff mentally because I had a pinched nerve. I hurt
Mhm.
myself at work, where basically it was behind my shoulder blade, and the pain went all the way up to my neck, which caused migraines, which I never had in my entire life. Never had migraines before. Didn't know what migraines felt like. Fuck. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing. You just want to die. That's how bad it is.
Jeez.
Migraines are thousands of times worse than a headache. And then it would go all the way down to my elbow, which down to my fingers from the pinched nerve. And then I couldn't actually like do this. Like I literally couldn't hold stuff. And I was in distress all the time. It hurt so bad. I had a lot of problems. I take medication and stuff, and I almost broke up with her because I like didn't want to deal with it and stuff. But um, I didn't, and I powered through it. And once I powered through it, I was starting to get better. That's when I like fell in love with her more because, she stuck around, not the best way possible, but she stuck around, and I would wake up and drenched in sweat and like start crying because of how much pain I was in. And she would wake up and see that, and I tried not to wake her up and stuff, but like it just felt like literally felt like someone stabbed me like in my shoulder blade, and it would just be striving pain. So
Jeez, man. That's
that was rough.
Tommy asks, what advice do you have for someone losing grip with reality and live off online as a persona rather than what they were IRL, or you believe surviving as an individual, even if it's online, is a valuable thing? It's a big question. That's for sure.
So, what advice you have for someone losing grip with reality and living off online as persona rather than they were IRL?
I have an idea on who this is actually, Tommy, but yeah, I won't go. I know who he's talking about, but
trying to like completely understand the whole question before.
It's kind of like, in a sense, you're not showing your real self online. You're just showing, hey, your Twitch self, not like your real.
Okay,
self,
I kind of
right?
see what you mean. Okay, I kind of thought that was on the page. I just want to answer it correctly. I personally don't think you should put a persona up. It's very stressful. And if you do, you have to have the right support offline. I actually relate this very, very deeply to method actors. Heath Ledger was one of them. Method actors are people that put a persona up in acting actually have a lot of issues. Obviously, if you go back and look, some of them, a lot of them have taken their own lives, sadly, because they're so creative and stuff, and they're so unique and different than others that they have issues offline, off the acting, and don't know how to go back to reality. And so they say like do something, like touch something that makes you feel like reality. However, something I've learned is I'm always myself. So like I like the vine and the joking around and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very, I wouldn't say I'm very different offline than online. I'm just very not known as much as like who I am as a person and like my jokes and stuff, because I mean as a host it's completely different.
Yeah.
I would say the things you could do from what I've learned, especially after that whole breakup, is start to do things that are actually a hobby. Like an actual hobby, not something you make money off of, not something that you're promoting, you're working for. An actual, like fishing, like like if you go and fish and enjoy your time, and that really brings you back to reality of doing things that you love and things that you can bring touch, or even getting in contact with an old friend old friends are very bring you back to reality as well, because usually old friends are people that you knew growing up, are people that are important in your life because they have been around this whole entire time. You know, like I have friends from second grade, I have friends from high school, and a lot of people don't have that friendship, which I understand too. So besides that, another thing I would do too is I would definitely go like away. This
Mhm.
is something a lot of people don't do anymore, and this is really important. Is doing stuff by yourself that that I wouldn't say normal people, but that the
That you
society has
don't normally
driven.
do, right?
So like when you go out to eat, it's always couples,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Always. Go
Mhm.
out and have a drink by yourself.
Yeah.
Talk to the waitress, talk to the waiter. That really brings you back to reality because you're having that human interaction,
Interaction.
and put your phone away, put the technology away,
Mm.
enjoy the atmosphere, go on a hike, go in the wilderness, do things that are probably mostly done in couples, but by yourself, and it forces you to feel uncomfortable, which really opens up your mind and
But it
really
also
makes
brings you
you.
in check, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you're doing something, and some people get anxious. Like I used to be like that. I used to, oh, I can't do this. Like have to do it with somebody else. No, fuck it.
Yeah.
I
Do it
just went to
yourself.
Cancun and flew by myself. I flew to Florida by myself. When
Jeez.
I went to Cancun, I stayed in a hotel by myself. I loved it. That was my
Dude,
first time I ever did that stuff.
that's the main thing I want to do this year is just travel. Just travel if I can, if COVID is done. But
Oh,
yeah, I just want to travel for sure by myself, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's something I would like. So Tommy, like, yeah, to answer your question, is definitely do things that you wouldn't normally do. And then offline, definitely like spend time with old friends and spend time with new people, man. Like don't be afraid to
Mhm.
volunteer too. Volunteering
Yeah.
helps. I used to volunteer all the time. I had like 260 hours of volunteering in my city when I was in high school.
I still volunteer on like off stream and everything. People don't know this, but yeah, I just help with like youth in my local area because like some of them are just need to work on themselves and everything. So I just
Yeah,
help out with them
exactly.
the odd time, and that's one thing I genuinely love. And there's an odd person on like Twitch that knows about it, but either way, it's good to keep yourself in check and actually help others. You know?
Yeah, it's good to put away the technology. That's something I've been
Hmm.
doing more lately, is putting away the technology and spending time offline, and maybe even revisiting old hobbies like when you're a kid, like basketball, like a sport or
Yeah,
something, or um going through childhood stuff. It's a lot of things you can do. You just have to do it. That's the
that's
thing.
true. Yeah. So your deepest, darkest memory of yourself, but to us, of course.
Deepest, darkest memory?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like dark, sir.
yeah, I mean, there's a couple probably. I want to say deepest, darkest memory is when okay, I like this one because it's more educational.
Okay.
I I guess I don't know how much I really share this. So,
Mm-hmm.
so this room is my childhood room in the
Yeah.
sense of from 8th grade and up. And it's really hard for me because there's been multiple relationships that have ended. And one of my deepest dark secrets was when I broke up with that girl. I was taking medication. I was taking really heavy painkillers, and
Mm-hmm.
not really heavy, but they were. I never took painkillers in my life. And I remember sitting, because my bed used to be right here, and I just was going through so much pain. My life was over. I didn't know how to talk to a girl, didn't know how to talk to a person, didn't want to live anymore, didn't want to do anything anymore. And I remember this, I still remember this because this is the day I knew I wanted to change.
Yeah.
I was laying in my bed, and my room's a mess right now because I have a lot of cool stuff. I have a lot of cool posters. I have all these things. And I remember sitting there and I was like, what's the point? Why why do I have all these things? Why do I have sports cars of Michael Jordan? Why do I have comic books that are autographed? Why do I have, $250 Star Wars poster or $1,000 this, like
Yeah.
these really cool things that make me feel really cool because I love them, or Game Boys? And why do I have all this stuff if I wanted to die?
Right.
I'm not happy. If I'm happy and I have this stuff, it's different. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. And I looked around and I was like, I don't want it anymore. Like
Mhm.
if I were to take my own life away, I would just leave all this stuff for my parents to go through or my mom, my brother and sister to go through, and that's just more of a heartache, and that's just more sad because they would have all these questions and
And these memories of you having this
yeah,
stuff, right? Yeah.
exactly. And there's a lot, and there's a lot of expensive stuff. And what's the point when it just sits in a box? It's not displayed, it's not shown, and I don't want anything anymore. Like I don't want anything in my room anymore. The only thing I want is my computer, my camera, my laptop. I don't want any of these consoles anymore. And sitting there, I was researched the 1-800 suicide hotline because
Yeah.
I almost made the call because I almost on several occasions almost wanted to just get my car and go to the mountains, and
Mhm.
that's how I knew having those repetitive memories over and over was really difficult. And I was in a really deep dark spot, and I remember that memory alone was me looking at that number on the phone wanting to make the call and I didn't, and then me like crying about it, and I would sleep for 16 hours and look up at the ceiling and just stare at the wall. And I built everything since.
Mhm.
We have the barcast, we have posters, we have people I love. Now, when I talk to somebody and I have a friendship, and the friendship just doesn't feel like it's a real friendship because I'm putting so much work into it, I just cut it off.
Yeah.
It's over. It's gone.
It's just internet. You just press the off button, right?
Yeah, and I've met some amazing people, and they unfollow me on social media. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, people we mentioned earlier all unfollow me on social media. First thing I do is I unfollow them on everything and I
Yeah.
get rid of them. I don't play this whole like, if we're really close friends and we're best friends and then you unfollow me, like I'm talking about like really close people, like they unfollow me on Twitter. Okay, I'm just gonna unfollow you on everything. I don't play this. I'm gonna follow you here, unfollow you there when I feel
Yeah.
like it, kind of thing. It's like, dude, like you're obviously don't want to support me. You don't want to be my friend anymore. You don't care. So just buy. Like I mean, I already know it's lonely at the top, and like I just said, like what I went through, that was before COVID. So I mean, I really like COVID in a sense of self-reflection.
Yeah. It really has helped a
And
lot of people self-reflect and build themselves up.
exactly. And I was already ahead of that because I spent the self-reflect. Like it would have been nice if I made money and worked and pushed through it and then have my self-reflection. But now I had two self. Like I don't really say I
Mhm.
had a self-reflection, but like it's really weird because like my life flipped. It's the opposite of society. So as everyone's in COVID and going through a really hard time, my life has gotten better
Yeah.
because the year and a half I spent before COVID, I spent in self isolation. I spent wanting to die. I felt like the virus.
Damn.
And now that we have this going on, like life, like it still makes me sad to see everything that's going on in life.
Mhm.
But my mental health is so much better. Me, I go get tested. I go and I'm aware of things. I put in way more work now. Mentally, I'm so much more stronger, and it's the best time to be that way because of what's going on.
Mhm.
I'm happy. I sat. I told my parents, I'm like, I'm not working. I don't care about my life anymore. I need to sit down and I need to understand myself as a person
Oh yeah.
because what is happening is not right.
Right. That's true.
So, yeah, deepest, darkest secret or memory
Memory.
all ties into me sitting down, looking at my phone, and wanting to call the National Suicide Helpline. So,
Damn man. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
That's a big reason where I'm at today. So,
Yeah.
I
That's
never dealt with depression issues like that. I had really sad moments, but like, holy shit, dude, sometimes when people say I'm depressed or I feel like depression hits, there's scales, I think,
yeah.
and people don't realize that. There's definitely scales.
Here's
There's
fun.
scales of emotion, and that's something that we don't talk about as a
Mm.
society.
I haven't hit that like to me mentally and everything. Like I've seen people like say about depression and everything. I don't think I can get depression. Just me physically or mentally. I just to me that thought process is just not in my brain. I just don't think I
That's
could get
yeah,
to
no,
that
I
point.
mean, I was the same way
Mm-hmm.
as you. Like when it happened, my friends were like in disbelief, could
Yeah.
not believe it at all. Like they thought I was lying. They thought I was joking.
Yeah.
I was really that fucked up, and I don't think I'll ever get that low again, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
ever. Because I just know myself better as a person, and I
Mm-hmm.
know when to cut ties if I'm in a relationship and someone treats me in a really shitty way to just get rid of them, man. Like
Exactly.
there's no need for the way that she treated me in that relationship, and little things that she did kind of just went over my head and stuff. And
Yeah, man. How's like living in California now, dude?
at the moment, it's really shitty because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
I like California, but I don't really care to live here, to be honest.
No?
I think film is overrated for Hollywood when it comes to film. I think Hollywood is so 1940s. You know, like
That's true.
it's a historical figurine. Most of the fucking places they film is not even in California anymore because of tax reasons, and
Mm-hmm.
it's so much cheaper to film in Canada and Texas and Georgia. And
Yeah.
you know, we passed a law too, like in LA. A lot of people don't know this is like porn stars have to wear condoms
Oh really?
when they have sex and porn.
Hmm.
So that really pushed the porn industry out because you can get like a huge fine or shut down.
Damn.
There's a lot of laws out here, so it's just very expensive and difficult. So I really like visiting and being here.
Hmm.
I just don't really care to live here, and the weather is cool. Like I get it, the weather's great, but it's not as great as everyone thinks it is. It's fucking just rained for past 3 days. You know, it still rains, it still snows, it still fucking we have smog.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't see a blue sky like we do. It's pretty shitty.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is everyone's like, "Oh, we're by the mountains, we're by the beach." And I'm like, "Okay, so how many times a year do you go to the mountains and the beach?" Some
Not
people
that
haven't
many.
been to the beach in like 3 years. Some people have been to the mountains in 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an excuse. It's just a fucking. It's just what it is, man. Like opportunities, yes, it's cool, but opportunities anywhere, dude. If you want to present yourself to get opportunities, you can do it in any state, anytime. Just personality is what strives.
That's true. That is true. Also, what celebrities have you met? Yeah, biggest
Met a
celebrities.
lot.
Biggest ones. Your favorite.
I met The Rock. I met Kevin Hart. I met Chuck Liddell, the Iceman. I met Pauly Shore. I met Demetrius Johnson at TwitchCon. That was cool.
Dude, did you met Britney
Mighty
Spears?
I've been to a Britney Spears concert. I just never met her.
Dude, that'd be funny if you met her and then you'd be like, "Hey, I got this cardboard cutout of you." in
Well,
my
I wonder
room."
if I would want to go viral, if that would go viral with it behind it, like if I was on the Austin show and it was
Yeah.
that was behind it.
Dude, the day that you go in Austin, so that's when you gotta
I
get
told
rid of it.
I told Doc. I
Mhm.
told Doc I'm ready. So I wish I was moved out and ready. I think a lot of my personality isn't expressed because of being at home, and being suppressed and stuff. But
Yeah.
those are mainly the biggest celebrities. I've met Bill and Ted. I met Ted. I met Keanu Reeves.
Oh shit! You met Keanu Reeves. My
Yeah,
man.
he was really nice. I just saw him for like a second and just kind of like said hi. I didn't really take a picture or anything with him.
Mhm.
Oh, biggest one I've met
Yeah.
that personally had the most time with was Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa, really?
Yeah, I served his table
Oh
at
shit.
California Pizza Kitchen in Anaheim next to Disneyland.
That's cool.
It was with him, his best friend, and then their 2 kids. It was Amber Rose's kid, the one he has the kid with Amber Rose.
Oh, that's great.
I served him, and then I served a famous baseball player and his family because I worked next to Angel Stadium. I lived next to it, so he was coming in. He was a big pitcher. He was a pitcher.
Yeah.
He was a famous pitcher. I served him. I forget his name.
I love that. I think the most celebrities, I guess if I had to say the biggest would be mainly the hockey players. I met a lot of the hockey players last year because I was working in like sports radio and I was doing like helping the sports radios in my city for interviews and everything. So I got to meet a lot of the hockey players that came by here in the city. So it was just like saying, "Oh, hey dudes, how you guys doing?" And yeah, and also just getting to kind of like meet in a sense the head coach for the Penguins, and I got to hear him just talk to his team and everything. So that's basically, if I had to pick the biggest for right now, on the top of my head, I would say that for right now.
Mine was definitely Kevin Hart, the biggest.
Dude, I love that.
Most interaction was definitely Wiz Khalifa because I was his server.
Oh, that's cool.
I also met Joey Fatone from the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. NSYNC, I think.
Damn. I had also some moments from like some musicians that have like checked out my YouTube videos, and I'm like, oh shit, they actually watch my YouTube videos. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like me doing reactions of their music and everything. They're like, yo, you're the reaction guy. I love you. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah, I like
thanks
that.
guys.
I
It's
like
kind of
that.
cool.
That's wholesome content.
I love it. I love it. What's a message you want to live on before you die?
What's a message I want to live on before I die?
Yeah.
What is a message that I would like tell others before I die for them to live on?
You want to live on?
I don't want to go with the cliche like always believe in yourself because that's like something people should. I would probably say if you have a dream, make it into a reality.
Hell yeah. I love that. And describe one word for yourself. What would it be?
Charismatic.
Charismatic. Damn. Well,
I think my charisma is very underrated in the sense that it's really hard to express charisma over the internet.
I love that. I love that. That's different than anybody I have talked to on this podcast. Everyone makes meme answers for their one word answer. And you were just really, I love it.
I think that's a strong quality trait that I had to learn from others. I didn't know how was charisma. Something that you don't really see for yourself that others have to tell you.
Yeah, I like that. Is there anything else you want to tell people in the show about yourself, Chris?
I'd probably say that I love something that I want to say that is like as much as I'm not like Twitch partnered and I know my journey's been like really hard and it's still difficult to like not be partnered, especially running the longest show as an affiliate. We've been doing it for over 2 years. Sometimes I just want to like just clip it and like post it on Twitter and be like, hey Twitch, I've been doing a show for over 2 years. Can I get partnered? And I know it doesn't work that way, but just like nobody in their right mind is going to do a show for over 2 years as an affiliate and be consistent with it. As much as stuff that might be hard or difficult, just power through it. You know, like constantly always keep doing it if you love doing it and you want to do it. And as much as like sometimes I want to give up, because I'm not gonna lie to you, like there's been multiple situations in my head where I'm having a bad day or something. I'm like, you know what, episode 100, last episode.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, like literally, like
Motivation.
sometimes I just want to announce it and just be like, hey, last episode. But I'm going to continue to do the show and stream more. I'll probably keep pushing for partner. I don't really deserve partnership in the sense I don't have like stream enough as well. Yeah. And I've been on the platform for a long time. And I really want to push for partnership for a lot of reasons. There's a lot more reasons just to having the check mark for recruiting purposes and sponsors and stuff. And that's something that I'm gonna definitely be pushing for. And definitely want to be in a Netflix film. So like when one of the boys is like being a girl, and I can like show my part. I want to like have him watch the movie while they smash and Netflix and chill, and then like meet up with them at a party like later on and see if she recognizes me.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Chris, shout out your channel. Tell the people what you're about, sir.
Twitch.tv/Kurlychris. Thanks for being here. I had fun. I've never been interviewed. I always wanted to. I feel like there's a lot. I have such a big ass fucking life story. There's so much more.
There's so much more that people could go about, dude.
I could literally talk forever.
I know that. I know you have probably a schedule and everything, so that's why.
Yeah, I literally have to go to I have to go to the bank because I paid for the hotel, but I need to go put the money in the bank.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, and I appreciate you being here. If you guys want to check out Crow's Bizarre Barcast, so what the posters behind me are. The editor is right here, so show him some love, give him some follow. It's gonna be really cool to see how far this goes. You know, I didn't have anybody edit it till episode 90, so hopefully we can throw in another, 30 episodes and see how much the editing goes. And by the way, did a really good job editing the last video. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
I tried my best for that one. I really did. You told me, hey, let's do 7 minutes. I'm like, Jesus content. I gotta try.
No,
and
it
play
was
this out,
really
dude.
good. I liked the other videos, but for
Mhm.
some reason the last video, I don't know what it was, but it was a little more unique in the sense of like your editing kind of like it brought more of you out. I don't know
Interesting.
if it's because you've been editing the shows more, so you're starting to catch on faster.
I guess so. It's that. I guess, but
It was just fucking funny, dude. When
it
I
took a
watched
while
it.
though. It did take a while. That's the only thing. So.
Yeah.
I guess the thumbnail actually kind of helped with you, maybe. I don't know.
So that's
Maybe.
something I wanted to talk to you about too, is like the thumbnails. Is like I feel like we should probably do thumbnails of some of the streamers that like I actually never get to get on because they're so busy. I actually didn't even think of that.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Because like I haven't had Greg on in like 4 or 5 months, and she used to come on all the time. But she's partnered bigger streamer now.
Yeah.
Man, when she used to come on, she
Well,
was
we could technically
affiliate.
do like shows with people that are like, of course, partnered in that, and then we'll have people on that thumbnail, right? It's just publicity, right? You got to bring out the people in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I got a good show this Wednesday with a lot of new people, so that's gonna be fun. It's a bigger one, and then the Wednesday after, I got Miss Angelique to come on again, so Miss Angelique's
Awesome.
gonna be on, and then I just literally invited all the girls that she knows.
That's gonna be a fun one to edit, actually.
I'm actually really excited for that one. We're actually shifting, so that's something I haven't talked about too, and something you heard in the meeting. I guess I can talk about it too on here. Is after episode 100, we're gonna go more to a very like put together well platform for the barcast, as in a sense for YouTube to make it look nicer. And spending over 2 years of the show, I need to put in the money to make it look more unique and more nicer too. Otherwise it's gonna get drowned out.
That's true. Well, Chris, who do you want to host / raid here? You get to choose.
Fuck, I don't even know who's on right now.
Well, you're the then that's what I always do for the people.
Oh, Sabotage Sweetie.
Sabotage Sweetie. Ooh, I need to find her channel. Where is her channel?
Our either Sabotage Sweetie or Beastman Joe.
Ooh. Well, you said Sabotage Sweetie, so we'll do Sabotage Sweetie.
I just love Sabotage Sweetie. I love Beastman Joe, but I've known Sabotage for like years
I love
now.
Sabotage. She's great. I don't know if I follow her. Damn it. That's not a good thing. Sabotage.
You should. You should be on the barcast a lot more.
You know what? I'm terrible. I'm very, very terrible. I'm very, very terrible. There you go. Got her. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. Have a good one and good luck with the banking stuff, dude.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for all the wonderful questions and digging. I was hoping that there's some stuff I thought you might have figured out, but maybe your detective skills.
There's some things I just leave out in the air, and
Is there something is there something that you might have figured out that you haven't told me yet?
A magician never tells his secrets. Chris.
You figured out the girls I dated on Twitch? That's what I'm wondering.
We're not gonna mention anything there, Chris.
All right.
Have a good one, dude.
Have a good one, buddy. I appreciate it.